talking to my professor today, and she said that was an amazing photo. And I took all the credit. I said no one else helped me. No one else did nothing. Not even my sister, who is annoying me. She was annoying me actually while I was taking the photo. And I told her, get out of my face. Like, you like Chips Ahoy, I like Oreos. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh,
I'm not racist. You know, I like Oreos. Right?
Are you on?
Yeah, I'm on.
And welcome
What
to
is up, everybody?
TakeOver.
Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome back.
Hola.
Oh, my gosh.
So I saw a notification. This new like Twitch like streamer named D&E TAKEOVER.
Oh, yeah?
He's streaming.
I actually thought you were going to say something.
Oh, look.
Dang.
It's us on Twitch.
Look at that. But guys, thank you and welcome back to another episode of, in fact, D&E TakeOver episode 166. We got a lot to get into. We already got Joshy in the building, so shout out to Joshy, bro. What's going on, bro? And if you haven't, bro, I don't know if you know about this, but we're probably going to tell it more when more people are in here. But if you haven't watched the David Tyree interview, it's on this YouTube channel, but you can wait after this stream.
I say we do like 3 promos throughout the entire show.
3 promos. So
One
that was
in the
first
beginning,
one.
one in the middle, and one at the end.
All right, so basically that was a promo.
That was a promo, right? Yo, we interviewed David Tyree,
We
guys.
did, guys.
Go check it out on YouTube right now. Well, no, not right now.
After the show.
After the show.
Yeah.
And then you go check it out.
There you go.
It's a good interview.
It was really good. I had fun with it. Yeah, he was a great guy, honestly.
Yes, he's
We had
very good guy.
pretty much a lot in common, even though we're on different spectrums of
Even though
celebrity.
he's an NFL
Yeah,
athlete. He's
exactly.
an NFL legend, but
Exactly. That's the best part, when you can relate to someone no matter what their status is. You know what I mean? Everyone always has something like that. But Knives is in the building as well, bro. I missed you, Knives, bro.
nice.
And Knives, real quick. Don't think that we forgot about your prize, because we are still in the works of making it. And also, we're going to talk to you real soon about coming onto the show. So don't forget about that.
Stay
you
ready.
Yeah.
Stay ready so you don't gotta get ready.
Exactly.
We gonna bring it on the show.
He said immediately a typo. Awesome. So, guys.
That's his technical difficulty for today.
Hey, bro.
There it is.
There you go.
Come on,
But
bro.
guys, we got a lot to get into today. We have a lot of basketball today. No football. I have one thing on football and just like a fun little game. So stay tuned for that later. It's called Stats Without Names. So if you guys want to participate in that later, just,
Names without stats.
stay in here. That's not, I think it's Stats Without Names.
Names without stats.
Names without stats. That would be names without stat. Wait. Nah, that's just too confusing for my brain right now.
I'm just messing with you.
But we got to go into the New York Knicks. They're hot right now. They're on a 7-game win streak. I know Eric
God.
you told me before the show, he's like, can we please talk about the New York Knicks? And I'm like, Eric,
No, I did not.
I know you don't
I'm
like
not
it.
even playing along with this
We'll
joke.
get
I would
into
not
it. We'll
let
get
you
into
finish
it.
this. No, I despise this team.
We're gonna talk about
my Hall of Hate. Yep.
whether they are contenders
It's
right
New
now.
York Knicks.
But also,
Nice.
KD returned to the Suns last night. He looked really good. It's a shame because we're Brooklyn Nets
Yo,
fans. So
should I just walk off the show?
I mean, we got.
Is that what you're trying to tell me?
It just
The
stinks
Knicks
because
and then KD.
yeah,
What's next?
I had 50% right there with the first two. Like I'm 50-50, but then I'm like, at least you're 100% down because there's both of the year.
Should I just leave? Like, what's the point of being here at this point?
We're going to talk about thoughts on Big Perk. Kendrick Perkins talking about Jokic stat padding as well. Man,
All right.
we're going 3 for 3 with you today.
Great show. I appreciate you guys. David's a take from me.
I got to go by
Let's
myself.
stop.
I got to invite someone. I got to invite someone. And also we're going to get into which trade from the trade deadline worked out the best for these teams. Also, stats without names in the NFL, like we said before. And also one more about LeBron James. We just had recent news saying that LeBron James, I think, hurt his right tendon in his foot. I'll tell you the exact name next week when I actually learn about tendons in my bio class. Shout out to my bio class. Let's get it.
Bio class.
I've been learning some of the bones, and I feel a little bit smarter. I'm gonna tell you that.
What was that song? I don't know. It was from a kid's show. It was like
Kanye West.
all the bones inside me. It's from Bubble Guppies.
Is it?
Yes.
I never heard of that.
I gotta play.
I mean,
it.
I've heard of Bubble Guppies, but I never heard of that song.
I'm gonna find it now.
Just don't get us copyrighted.
Yeah,
But-
just gonna find the part. It's probably on Spotify.
And also, we got big deal, not a big deal, and then no go to the week for today. So then after that, it's just the lovely Podal, which we're going for 2 for 2 today, right?
Yeah.
Podal, yeah, because I don't know what you guys heard, but like 2 shows ago, we messed up. Yeah, we didn't get. Justin Holiday is gonna be haunting my mind for the next 35 times until we beat the record again. But overall, guys, that's today's lineup for the show. We appreciate everyone who's listening right now, everyone who's following on all of our socials, and everyone who just make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to this channel right now. Share the show to everyone right now. But real quick, let's get into these comments with Nas before we get into the hot New York Knicks.
I think I found it.
You got it?
I think I found.
You want to play it real quick before I go into the next comment? Is this newer? I never heard of this.
Yeah,
I never heard of this.
All right, at least stop. That song was bust. That song hit. All right.
But Knives says, so how about those Mavs looking a bit I almost said underrated. Looking a bit overrated. I wonder why. I mean, if you were here last episode, you saw me go on a little tangent about the Dallas Mavericks.
I love it.
And basically everyone was saying the defense is not the problem. The problem is that they get out rebound by freaking double digits every single game. It's ridiculous. It's the biggest reason. They get out rebound by 10 plus boards every single day. Offensive end and a defensive rebound. It's just ridiculous.
It's like part of the defensive issue, but like it's the highlight of the defense.
Oh my
They
gosh.
can't rebound them. Guys, I'll go back to the stats. I mean, I don't really need to. They're the worst rebounding team in the league.
They are.
They're literally the worst.
They're literally
rebounding.
the worst.
Defensively. Not offensively, defensively.
You know, I gotta start talking to Mark Cuban because I think you gotta start listening to this podcast because of the fact I was saying get DeAndre Ayton, get Miles Turner, a guy who can help you on the defensive end, and also get you boards, a big dude, a big rebounder. And he's like, no, let's get Kyrie Irving, which is not a bad deal. But when you have another area you have to fill that's more important, it's just not gonna help your team overall.
You know, I say thank you to Mark Cuban. He got rid of Kyrie. He took Kyrie from us. He took that man with open arms. You know, I appreciate you because we need to get him out of Brooklyn anyways. So
Fair enough.
Now we're garbage, but
yeah.
Hey, rebuilding mode.
Unfortunately.
For Wemby.
Just tank 20 games.
Honestly,
last pick.
Just go to 20-game losing.
Do we even
streak.
have a pick in this draft? Let's be honest. Or is it someone else's pick?
Probably not.
Because at that point, we got to play and
I
prey
don't
on
even
someone
know.
else's downfall.
I don't even know. We're
Hmm.
finished.
But Nia says, question, whose injury history is more disappointing, Zion or LaMelo?
Definitely
Oh, Zion 1,000%.
As a Zion fan, it's definitely Zion.
100%. LaMelo, he got injured. What? He broke his ankle
He didn't
recently?
start getting injured till this year. This is his second year in the league or third year?
This is his third year.
What did he do his first year?
I think he won
played.
Rookie of the Year.
But second year, what did he do?
Wait, we can get into this. How many years has Zion been playing? 3 years?
I think he's on his. No, he has to be on his fourth because then LaMelo would be on his third.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, but
This is his. Technically, the amount of years that he's played is. This technically is his third.
his
'Cause he
third
didn't
year.
play his rookie year, but
Fair
it's
enough.
his fourth year in the league.
Well, there you go, guys. But Zion, I'm sorry, but that guy has not stepped foot on the court. I don't know the last time I saw him. I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's okay though because
It's okay.
it doesn't matter because you won the debate against John Morant
For what?
for
Who can eat more food by the amount of time?
Who's the better player out of the draft?
Oh,
You know what? But what do you mean? John Morant got suspended. There's no more John Morant. What are you guys talking about?
Yeah, but Zion, if he doesn't play,
It doesn't matter.
at least we look at the last 2 years
there's
as a
a
job. We
difference.
can actually see that he
There's a
played.
difference.
What's the
Zion will
difference?
have a chance to play if Jai gets put behind bars because of what he did. If it's true, I hope it's not. To be honest with you, I really hope it's not. But if it's true, it's
What?
finished.
You know what?
Because Zion wins.
He's not gonna go to jail.
Did you hear the story?
I heard that he flashed someone with a gun at a mall.
A 17-year-old. He I don't know if he like either pistol whipped him or just showed him the gun. It was something like that.
I'm bringing back MW3 days. the chats just keep on popping in my
I'm
head.
about to find it.
But I mean, I don't know. I just don't think a
Oh,
superstar
nah.
like that.
You finna watch him lose.
Jeez. No, he went up in weight. He went from light heavyweight to heavyweight. He went up like another 20 pounds.
Fat.
Say it to his face. Say it to his face.
Yeah, he probably literally swift kicked me to
Oh
the
my
mouth.
gosh.
I'm gonna wait until next week.
You wouldn't have to say nothing. But basically answer that question. Yeah, it's Zion. He's more disappointing in injuries. What do you call it about the jaw thing? Even if say Ja goes to prison, I bet you and he comes back, he's gonna have more games played than Zion does, and Zion's gonna be able to play.
Yo, relax.
That's the problem.
I'm trying to find this job situation. Right
But next question from Naj says, "No, Eric, it's because Luka's overratedness is infecting the whole team, right?"
Nah,
You know what? You know what?
yeah, nah.
I gotta calm down. You know what? What did my person said? My instructor said, you gotta breathe. You gotta do a box breathing.
Man, you know that ain't working right now, bro.
5
What's
seconds.
it called? Nah, I was on your side until you're dragging it now. Like I'm here. Like let's keep it back at the fact that they suck and you could. I could make
Luka's
fun of the
not
fact.
overrated.
I could make fun of the fact that they suck. You can make fun of the fact that Luka's overrated. It's a win-win. But don't
It's not a win.
don't say it's because of Luka. That's a little bit like the dude dropped a 33-point game the other day. Like I don't know if we
a
can really say that.
38-point game. The dude's falling, but no one else is.
What's it called? John Morant accused of allegedly beating up a 17-year-old and pointing a gun at him.
Oh, he beat him up?
That's what I'm saying. Allegedly.
And
Allegedly.
in the mall or outside the mall? That's very important.
The teenager told detectives from Shelby County Sheriff's Office that after the fight, Morant went into his house and reemerged with the gun visible in the waistband of his pants and his hand on the weapon. According to police interviews obtained by the Post, which have not been previously reported.
Wait. I thought this was in a mall.
It's not saying that's where it was. I mean, granted, my source is Rap from it's a verified account, but like it just posted a bunch of like
headlines.
There's news and like
We don't know the exact story, just the basics.
They're mostly about obviously rap, but like they also talk about other things as well. But
I thought when I first saw it, I thought it was at a mall. But when you said he went back to his house, so maybe the 17-year-old went to his house, invaded his private property, and they're down in Tennessee, so that the gun thing on the property is illegal. Maybe something else something happened. The rules are different down there.
all I'm saying is look what job. Oh wait, no, it's gone.
What happened? There's a post of him.
He posted No Weapon by Fred Hammond, and he posted Break My Soul by Beyonce. So he's over here bumping. You won't break my soul. This dude, you go into jail.
That's by Beyonce.
Yeah.
Break My Soul, really?
Yeah.
Jeez. Now it says, John Moran, sir, you are not and should not be a thug. Put your guns away and open a school or something.
I don't understand like why y'all really like. I understand that y'all come from like tough times and stuff, but like y'all in the league, like y'all made it out. Don't bring it with you. Like just what's going on? Y'all not acting smart. Look at Mikal Bridges. 27 days, 27 nights, back 11 Ks.
You mean Miles Bridges?
Oh, yeah,
it's the big K in the middle means
a big thing.
Difference.
It's like, but bro, come on, bro. Like, stop.
Yeah.
You don't gotta act gangster.
Two different Bridges. You got Mikal Bridges, that's a really nice dude, and you got Miles Bridges who beats up his wife or girlfriend. I don't know what it was.
Oh my god.
But didn't they say John Morant went to a private school?
I think so.
Yeah. What was that about though? Was it like a roast battle or something?
Wait, no. Are you talking about 8 Mile?
No.
No. 8 Mile?
No. I saw a post where they were bashing Ja. Oh, because Ja said, I don't know. He said something about
he did go to private school though. They'd be like, he'd be acting tough and everything, but like,
and that's probably the problem. He's
yeah.
Nothing wrong with private school, bro. I mean, I've never been, but I like public school. But anyway,
I said I've been to both. I like public school a lot better.
So yeah, David, breathing that Luka overrated. I'm fine, guys. I'm fine. Breathe it in. I am breathing. I'm breathing real good. Bear said, gentlemen, how are we doing? And congratulations on all the success lately. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Bear, man. Every time you're here, I just like doing this. Like, I just like that famous saying that Bear being like, you might be down, it might be out, but he'd be like, let me get the beeper.
Oh yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
He'd be like,
ball. We ball.
Like, he just says it and he goes, we ball.
You're down for the count. You pull what do you call it? You pull a Tyson Fury, you get knocked out by Deontay Wilder, all of a sudden you're coming up from the dead. You're like, geez, they gotta go fight.
Man, I need to hear in the chat though, for real. I just need a nice one we ball, and then I just need a raw. Just need a raw in the chat.
Yeah, I mean, he can wait for the we ball until I bring up the first topic. So like once he says that, I can go into the first topic. But I want to get into this quote of the week real quick. I have a quote of the week for today. It's the first time in like 2 weeks I had a quote of the week.
What happened to quote
I don't know. I kind of been like, it's kind of been like going out. It's been like farting my brain right now. But basically, the quote of the week is, I like this one a lot. It was said on Mike Tyson's podcast, Hot Boxing.
Oh, God.
So basically, this guy was a guest on, I forgot his name, but he said, no one will ever know the violence it took to become this gentle.
Ooh.
I know.
He said the violence it took to become this gentle. That man was a monster.
Yeah. He said, no one will ever know the violence it took to become this gentle. Isn't that just powerful? Yeah. Like, even when you break it up, I know Dave Chappelle did another quote. His mom used to tell him this all the time. It's like, sometimes you got to be the lion to really show everyone the lamb that you really are. So it's like, sometimes you got to like, just like be aggressive and like tell some bullies or someone else just like, get out of my
Knock it
way,
off.
so that you can be inner peace with yourself. You know what I mean? It just makes a lot of sense.
Insane. But there it is. Hold on. I like that quote of the week though.
Thank
I
you.
definitely like that.
Where's it going? Where's it going?
Let me pull it up really quick. Pull it up really quick. He said, "We ball." Come on.
Yes, sir.
I love
there we
Bear.
go.
I love Bear so much. Oh my god.
But anyway, since he said we ball, we got to ball into the first topic of today, and it's about the New York Knicks. And they stay hot. They continue their win streak. They're currently at 7 games winning streak. That's the second best NBA win streak in the NBA currently. The first one, I think, is the Milwaukee Bucks with 14 games, or 16. They've won so many games that I've lost count, because honestly, they've been winning games with Giannis. They've been winning games without Giannis. 16-game win streak for the Bucks, and the Knicks have the second best at 7 games. So they're not even halfway from it. And the both teams have been balling, honestly. What have you dropped something?
Go ahead.
No. But anyway, give you a couple stats on the New York Knicks. So the New York Knicks continue their hot form. They win 7 games. And if you guys didn't watch yesterday's game, it was the Battle of New York, as it always happens every single year, at least twice, or actually 4 times it happens. And the Knicks came out on top with a record-breaking first half with 81 points they scored in the first half, which is ridiculous, led by Jalen Brunson's 30 points in the first half. He almost had half of the points, but the Knicks finished out the game with 142 to 118. So, geez, that was, for all the Brooklyn fans, including myself, that was atrocious. But anyway, the Knicks win 142-118. Let me do my quick math real quick. That's 24 points. I don't know how I did that real quick, but that's 24 points that they won by. And I don't think they ever got into a deficit where they were in single digits. They were only up by single digits, always double digits. But overall, Eric, and everyone in the chat right now, the New York Knicks have been balling, and it's really been raising speculation. They move up to 5th in the standings right now. Brooklyn drops down to 6th, and they're only technically a game and a half behind the Cavs. And I don't know if you heard about my prediction. I said the Cavs are gonna be first around elimination, and we went through the whole stats. The Knicks have a good shot at beating the Cleveland Cavaliers. But overall, my question to everyone in the chat, and of course you, non-bias aside, you got to throw the bias out the window. Are the New York Knicks contenders? Oh, and one more fun fact, guys. They have the 5th best record in the NBA since December 31st.
I hate the Knicks so much.
Put the cherry on top.
I despise this team. Can't stand it. It's like I don't want to see this team succeed. I really don't. I need to see them at the bottom of the freaking pile.
Why?
No, actually, no. I like when the Knicks contend a little bit. Because
get the spirits up high?
Yeah.
Is that what you like?
And
they crumble?
Crumble at the freaking playoffs. Oh, I love it. Like last year, it's amazing.
Well, they lost to Trey Young. No, not Trey Young.
No, that was the year before.
That was the year before.
Last year, what they do last year?
Did they?
What they do last year?
I have no clue right now.
Wait, why were we bugging? What did the Knicks do last year?
Hold up. I'm gonna find it. Oh, they didn't make the playoffs last year. They only made it in 2020.
I'm talking about the year before that.
Yeah,
the year before that with Trey Young walking into MN. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. That was amazing.
Not for you.
Don't worry though. They're gonna lose first round again this year. It's gonna be great.
I would say that the Knicks memes on Trey Young is like, I saw one. It's like a lollipop you drop on the carpet with all the fuzz coming out of it.
That's foul. That's foul.
It's
bro.
so mean, but it was pretty funny.
Oh my gosh. Well, let's just get it right out the way. This team is not contenders.
Okay.
Let's not drag it at all. This team is good. It pains me to say, but they are a good basketball team.
They are.
But they are not on the levels of Milwaukee, Boston, and the
Different
76ers.
category.
Those guys are definitely competing 100%. Now, honestly, I would even say just Milwaukee and Boston. I think they could actually take the Sixers to maybe 6 games.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna lie. Cavaliers, same thing. I think they could take them like 6 games. I just think that they lose both matchups. Honestly, the best matchup I think they have a chance with is probably the Sixers. Honestly,
really?
I would say that over.
So wait, you're saying they can beat the Sixers over the Cavs?
See, I was gonna get into that.
Okay.
I just think the Cavs are a much more well-rounded team.
Okay.
When it comes to the Sixers, it's like as of right now, the most you think of is Joel Embiid, James Harden, here and there Tobias Harris, and I feel like he's been kind of like
up and down.
I haven't really checked Tobias Harris' stats, I haven't heard much of him in the last couple of years. As much as I've heard from like he used to be like
That is true. That is true.
a key player on that team. Now it's kind of like you don't really hear much about Tobias this season.
It was a thing back in when Jimmy Butler was still there. It was like
And
Jimmy.
Ben Simmons.
Yeah, like they were like Tobias Harris would be the guy dropping you 30 when no one else was. You know,
Exactly.
like give and take. Now it's
They
like
chose Tobias over Jimmy.
they did in a sense, yeah. But his last couple of games, yeah, he's kind of inconsistent. Like 18 points the last game, 2 points the other game, 19, 20,
How much is
13.
he averaging?
He's averaging 15 on the season.
Yeah, it's not really
The same production that he would normally
that
get.
you would normally do. So
Yes.
it's like on Tobias Harris is kind of just like he's all right now. Tyrese is I love Tyrese. Tyrese Maxey is one of my favorite players. He's a
been
catch
balling.
22 though. It's like one night he might drop 30. The next night he might drop 6. The next night he might drop 15. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Tyrese Maxey, you don't know what you're gonna get from him every single night. It's leaning towards the better side, but like you don't necessarily really know.
Yeah, he's not that inconsistent like Tobias Harris sometimes. But like if you look at his last 5 games, 16 points, 16, 8, 23, 27. So it's like it goes ding, yeah, like it's like it's not consistent enough where we want this high level all the time. But he's been balling off the bench. I gotta give him credit.
After that, the biggest person I'm worried about is D&E Melton. And
He's been doing good too.
not saying that D&E Melton is bad, but that's realistically speaks for itself. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, look at the Cavs. Darius Garland, balling. Donovan Mitchell in the playoffs, scary, right?
Is it?
Are you?
I'm getting Utah Jazz in my head. That's why.
Are you-
But that could be
Bro!
because of Rudy Gobert. That could be the only thing in my
Bro,
head.
Utah Jazz, he was a killer.
Yeah, but they never made the finals.
Because they wasn't good enough.
Fair enough. Go
It's
ahead.
just that there was such a
I'm just busting your balls.
like I picked him as a fraudulent pick because it was like Donovan would kill like you dropping 50-point games in the playoffs, but like when you have Jalen Brunson running circles around Rudy Gobert, what can you realistically do?
2-time defensive player of the year, by the way. Sorry.
I'll put it to you this way: if you drop 57 and the best player on the other team drops 47, and his team plays better, the other team's gonna win. You feel me? When you're versing someone like Luka, like it doesn't matter if you drop 57 because Luka's probably gonna drop 40. He might keep up with you. You know what I mean? So realistically, that doesn't really matter. But Donovan Mitchell now has a really good team surrounded by him, right? Donovan Mitchell goes up for 40, like every game. I don't see how the Knicks beat them. I really don't. Like because around him, you have a good defensive core. You got Darius Garland that's probably gonna drop you 20 and 10, right? At least, right? You got Evan Mobley who has been balling out so far in the second half of the season. Jarrett Allen, defensive monster, also can give you a lot of boards and a lot of points as well. As far as bench goes, I'm brain farting.
I got
brain farting right now.
Danny Green, you said Karis LeVert's in the lineup.
Karis LeVert, also a good bench piece.
Isaac
right now.
Okoro, Raul Neto,
pretty
Ricky
much it.
Rubio,
That's
Lamar Stevens.
The bench isn't that deep. I say the Knicks
No.
bench is probably deeper, but overall, like that team is good enough to realistically beat. I think that team is better, better. That's
Rounded.
Better rounded than the 76ers. But the thing is, you can't really count Joel Embiid. But the reason I said the matchup is better because if Mitchell Robinson is healthy, right? Not saying that Joel Embiid wins that matchup, but Mitchell Robinson will give him problems, right? And then who else are you gonna rely on? You know what I'm saying? So at that point, I would say, if I'm a Knicks, honestly, you might want to see the 76ers. And they're also they have a lot of pressure on them as well.
They do.
The Cavs, what pressure do the Cavs really have on them?
I mean, they have some pressure too because they just got Donovan Mitchell in the trade. So it's like you gave up all these assets just to go down the same path as previous years. I know they're in the playoffs in the 4 spot, but I'm gonna have to argue your side real quick. I would, as a Knicks fan and watching this Knicks team, I would rather verse the Cleveland Cavaliers than the 76ers. Just because of the fact that Joel Embiid, you said that Mitchell Robinson can stop him. Mitchell Robinson's a great defensive player. We know that, great rebounder, but no one's stopping Joel Embiid. Like he's not getting slowed down. He's not getting stopped. The guy's dropping 30 points every single night. Doesn't matter. In that series, he's dropped 30 points every single night. The people that they can stop, though, someone like Tyrese Maxey off the bench, they can stop James Harden. Those I'm confident that they can stop. But going back into the Cleveland Cavaliers standpoint, I know I just realized.
If you think you're stopping Donovan Mitchell, just wait then.
No, listen. I just realized that we forgot to do fraudulent picks for this year, for the NBA season. We never did a fraudulent pick.
We never did?
No, we never did. But mine's the Cavs. Mine's the Cavs currently. But going in, I think the Knicks would rather versus the Cleveland Cavaliers because we went into matchup for matchup last time. You know, like we literally broke it down, and you said that the Knicks have a good shot of winning. So when you really look at it, Jalen Brunson won Eastern Conference Player of the Month. The guy's been balling for this team. The playmaker as he is and the scorer. The guy can drop 40 points if he really wants to and drop you 30 points. He's averaging, I think, 24, 25 on the season. Julius Randle's playing like an all-star. The only person who hasn't
He is an all-star.
Yeah, yes. I technically, yeah. He's an all-star. But, like, if you look at RJ Barrett, obviously he's been not good. He's not been living up to expectations. He has
not been good.
But he's been averaging 20 points, which is a solid third piece in a sense. They got Quentin Grimes as a great shooter and a great defender. And also Mitchell Robinson in the center position. And their bench is deep. IQ, 6th man of the year contender, that they're saying. Candidate, I'm sorry. And then you have Josh Hart, who I think is a great addition to this team. Because not only does he bring grit, but he brings hustle. And he's a guy that can go off for 10, 12 points off the bench and defensive monster. So overall, I think when you look at these teams, I think the Knicks have more depth than the Cavs. And obviously Donovan Mitchell.
Both of them.
Mm-hmm, technically. But I know Donovan Mitchell, he's a phenomenal player. But when you go down the line, I think the Knicks, matchup-wise, with their bigger men, is going to be a problem for the Cavaliers. Jalen Brunson, I think, is going to go off as well, but Julius Randle is going to be a big part of that team, as well as Mitchell Robinson in that series, if it happens.
I think when you talk about the 76ers, who are you worried about? Tell me who you're worried about with the 76ers.
76ers, I'm worried about Joel Embiid.
Okay, and after that, what?
James Harden, sometimes.
After that?
Tyrese.
At most.
But
the thing is, the only real person to really be afraid of is Joel Embiid. I mean, James Harden, you should be technically afraid of James Harden as well, but it's like it's not the same James Harden that we saw at the Rockets.
Yeah, obviously.
It's still a great James Harden, though.
He improved a lot.
You go to the Cavs, I'm telling you, David, there is no one on that team that's locking up Donovan Mitchell. There is nobody on that team. You could put RJ on him. It's not going to work. You could put Who would you want to put on him? Honestly,
I could put Josh Hart on him, and I think he has a good chance out of everyone in the Knicks to lock him up.
So what's the starting lineup?
I wouldn't put Josh Hart in the starting lineup, though. I'm talking about down the line in the game, because obviously Josh Hart plays in the 4th minute crunch time where it really matters. But starting lineup for me in the Knicks is Jalen Brunson, Quentin Grimes, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, and Donovan Mitchell.
Dude.
Off the bench, IQ, Josh Hart, Evan Fournier. Tib only plays like 8 guys in a roster anyway.
I'll put
Isaiah Hardengrove.
The only downfall of the Cavs right now is playoff experience. When you think about it, Donovan Mitchell's realistically the only person that's like been deep in the playoffs or something like that, or had
playoff experience for more than 1 year.
Exactly. Darius Garland, Evan Mobley.
They made the play-in.
That's not the playoffs. I'm not counting that.
But they still played in like a high-pressure moment.
High-pressure situation, but it was a play-in. It's not a 7-game series. They don't even know what that's like. They never even experienced that, right? So overall, when it comes to it, I just think in general, why are you laughing?
I'm burning up my balls right now.
That's good. When it comes down to it, overall, it's just like that's the only thing that's holding them back, in my opinion. That whole team, realistically, playoff experience, other than maybe they have a couple vets on the bench, but other than that,
Robin Lopez.
I think when it comes to it, it will come down to the fact on how they handle the pressure.
Okay.
Right? But overall, I don't know. I'm not too fond of the 76ers. I mean, for where they're at, it makes sense because I don't think they're getting to the conference finals.
Okay.
But if it was a 7-game series between the Cavs and 76ers, I'd probably take Sixers in 7. I think it'd go the distance. If it was Sixers versus Knicks, I don't know why. I don't know.
Hey, man, I appreciate the confidence for my New York Knicks team. I appreciate it.
Okay, let me put it to you this way. Who is locking up Jalen Brunson versus James Harden, probably, right?
Oh, you're talking about 76? Okay.
Yeah. Or D'Anthony Melton's a good defender as well. Right?
Yeah.
So the front court, back court. I always forget.
That's
right?
backcourt.
Yeah, backcourt. They're probably good. Defensively, they'll lock them up.
Yeah.
Tobias Harris for Julius Randle. It also the Knicks are also kind of like it's a catch-22 with these guys. They'll get into the playoffs and shite the bed. Not
with Josh Hart. It's a different mentality. Just quick little fun fact. They have been undefeated.
Changed the culture.
He did. He didn't change the culture, but he added to the fire. He added flame to the fire. We're talking about ever since they got Josh Hart, they're top 5 in offensive points per game and offensive efficiency. Not only that, they've been on a 7-game win streak. They played him with 7 games, and they've won every single game with him.
That's great and all, but this is the regular season.
I understand.
The playoffs, I have not seen. Like, I don't know.
They versed the Boston Celtics without Jaylen Brown, obviously,
and
but
JT got ejected. But
yeah,
locked
they
him
made
up.
him. They made him
locked
ejected.
up. They did lock
His
him
first
up.
ejection.
But I just I'm saying, like, in this sense, bro, when they get to the playoffs, listen, if there's one thing that I know is that these Knicks fumble no matter who's on the team.
That one I can't argue. That I can't argue.
So with that being said, it's like I can't be so confident in them. Like, I still see a first round exit.
See, my only rebuttal to that is if we compare them to 2020, 2021 Knicks, where they went to the playoffs and they got mollywopped by Trae Young and the Hawks. You know, I mean, the only difference I can say,
they won that series on paper. They should have won that series.
We were going in. We were saying that there was a good shot the Knicks should have won because obviously Trae Young was balling.
That was the favorite pick.
Was it the favorite pick?
And,
I don't remember.
When you looked at it, I had to look up
the roster.
No, not the roster. The standings from that year.
But
I
think I remember them. The Hawks are 4, Knicks were 5. Something like that.
But going into it, the Hawks might have been higher. But going into it, the Knicks had the momentum. Everyone thought that the Knicks were actually gonna do something. And they got rid of them in what, 6?
6? No, 5 or 6, something like that.
But the thing is,
it's a memory I don't really want to remember.
Bodied them.
Yeah, he played great.
And that Hawks team, I believe, went to the Eastern Conference Finals.
They did against the Bucks, and they lost to the Bucks.
So like it was a matter of
talk about a big decline with that team. Anyway, go ahead.
But the thing is, they weren't supposed to be there anyways. Let's be real. They were never supposed to be that.
That is true.
They should have never went that far.
But
it was just Trae Young going crazy. But the Knicks also in that series folded.
They did.
It was their games to lose.
And the one reason why it's different this year is because they folded because Julius Randle was getting spanked. He didn't know how to handle the pressure. They were defensive. They were working a defensive masterpiece against him. But this year is different because of the fact that they added Jalen Brunson. We've been seeing it all season that whenever Julius Randle is not having a good game, Jalen Brunson takes it to a next level, and they get the W because of it. Last year, without Jalen Brunson, the Knicks would lose if Julius Randle was getting locked up because he was their one hope. Now they have Jalen Brunson. He's adding the scoring. He's adding the playmaking. He's adding the defense at some points. So overall, I'd be like, yeah, you can lock up Julius Randle in one playoff series. Go ahead, because we got Jalen Brunson on the other end. You can't lock up 2 guys, so it's gonna be one or the other. You got to pick your poison at that point.
No, the Knicks were the 4 seed, the Hawks were the 5.
I mixed it up. I'm sorry, but guys, comment down below.
Celtics were lower than that.
Guys, comment down below. Who would you rather pick if you're the Knicks? Would you rather verse the Cavs or the 76ers? Comment down below.
Maybe I stretched it on that. Maybe I did stretch it on that. But like, I honestly, I'm gonna leave it at this. It all depends on the New York Knicks.
No, yeah, obviously.
It all depends on
they got the targets on the back.
They can realistically be great, or they could be absolutely awful. Like I'm not convinced. It's one of those things where it's like you have to prove it to me when you get there.
Hey, listen, one thing I will admit, maybe I'm hopping on the hype train. You know, their 7-game win streak. But maybe that is a possibility.
You did do this. You did do the same thing.
Oh, because I'm a great fan. I'm a great fan. Obviously, you're gonna be happy when they win. But overall, I do think after watching them play, it seems different. If that makes any sense, whatever you might see on paper is different when you actually watch the game. When I watch the Knicks, they seem like, I don't know, they seem like a team. It sounds weird saying it, but like they feel like they have the fire underneath their butts, and that's just what I get from watching them. Anyway, let's get into these comments real quick. We have a lot, but Nash. See, Nash, Chris said, W Knicks. That's what I'm talking about. Thanks popping out, bro. Appreciate you. Peyton, bro, we're not cutting the cheese, bro. We're not cutting the cheese.
Let me just. No.
Whoa.
We'll cut the cheese for him.
Oh, what do we got?
There's one sound effect.
Oh.
One.
Farts.
There
that was the one? There you go. We cut
it. It is. We farted.
Knives said, Usher, thanks, Peyton, for popping it. Oh, there you go. Thanks for popping out. I pressed the wrong button, but Knives said, yeah, the Knicks got a 5-game win streak. No, it's a 7-game win streak, bro. So, but my Pistons on a 6-game losing streak. See, we can have streaks in Detroit too.
Detroit's so bad, they're not even the best at losing. Come on now.
You know, I will say for the Detroit Pistons out there, it is a failure of a season if you don't get Victor Wembanyama.
What?
Every single team, the Spurs, the Rockets, and the Pistons, and the Magic, everyone who's down below, it is a waste. It is a terrible season if you don't get Victor Wembanyama as the first pick.
I think the Pistons right now are, even if they, I don't think it would matter because we didn't really see the real Pistons because there was no Cade. And
Obviously,
K is arguably their best player.
they did it on purpose.
But no, K was hurt though.
They did it on purpose.
They just said,
Cade,
sit down.
we'll give you an extra $5 million. Sit down, and we'll
We're
get
not winning
Victor.
anything
We'll get
anyways.
Victor next year. Hey, they'll be a lot better. They can be a playoff team with Cade and Victor. If Victor has all this hype, bro, I have so much hype on this dude.
Everything that we say and Victor joins, they can be a playoff team. They can be a playoff team.
I need to see if he can join. Honestly, my highest hope is the Hornets, and LaMelo Ball broke his ankle. Yeah, we got you. We got you. Broke his ankle just to get the first overall pick and get Victor. Pick and roll Victor Wembanyama and LaMelo Ball. Showtime.
I'm not gonna lie to you, that's gonna be scary.
It's gonna be a scary team. Mario, what's up, fellas? Championship Knicks, baby. What's up, Mario? Hope you're having a great day. I said, how about them? Hey, you're hurting my heart too. I mean, that's half of my heart is happy, half the other one is sad. But they're still in this. They're still in the 6th position though. Like,
bro, we're gonna drop.
I don't know if we're gonna drop because of the fact that the Heat, they're obviously a game and a half, but like
they're gonna catch us.
You really think they're gonna catch us?
Yes.
You really think so?
Yes.
Jeez.
But you tell me which game we're winning. Next game is against the Celtics.
No, that's an L.
Then we got the Hornets.
W.
Then we got the Rockets.
W.
You would pray it's a W. You would pray it was. What's it called? Then you had the Bucks.
L.
Timberwolves.
W.
No.
I hate the Timberwolves.
We're not beating
Timberwolves
them.
are so bad.
We're not beating
Timberwolves suck.
What do you
Balls out of
they
straw.
Suck?
They suck.
Bro, they're 32 and 32.
Oh, let's trade for Rudy Gobert. 4
Brother,
first-round
we
picks and
haven't
a whole
even
bench.
seen them with Cat realistically.
Where's Cap been?
He's been out.
I know he's been
season.
injured, but what is he doing?
He's picking his nose. I don't know what to tell
Say
you.
he's the best offensive player in the history, and he's sitting on the
That's-
bench.
no, that's
I don't even know what injury he had. I'm gonna be honest with you. What did he do?
His badge.
That's
Listen,
foul. That's foul.
Nuggets.
L.
Thunder.
W. Depending if Shea's playing.
Kings.
L.
Nuggets.
L.
Cavs.
L.
Cavs.
W. Either one. It's gonna flip and flop.
Bro, no, it's not. Heat.
That could be W. I'm not really fond of the Heat.
Bro, Magic.
W.
Rockets.
W.
Hawks.
L.
You, dude.
Utah. I don't know.
We're about to be so butt.
Hey, we're still gonna make the play-in or the 6th spot. I still think there's
We're
high
gonna make the
expectations
play-in.
for Brooklyn.
Because we just gotta win a couple more games.
Yeah,
We're gonna
honestly,
make the play-in, and then
yeah.
we're gonna lose in the play-in.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Maybe Mikal Bridges is like gonna pull off a 40-point piece.
He could drop a 40-point piece, and we'd still lose because we don't have an identity as a team right now. Like we were like kind of like just didn't last.
We
game,
had one, but
no,
kinda...
it's just what's happening right now is Cam Johnson's dropping like 20 something, Mikel's dropping 30 something, and we lose.
Cam Thomas has been dropping nothing.
He's been
dookie.
He's been sleeping because he's still coming off the bench.
I don't know why.
Because Spencer Dinwiddie's really good.
He's been
Yeah,
playing butt cheeks too.
Look,
Butt
Cam
cheeks.
Johnson 33 points, Mikal Bridges 21 points.
Yeah.
Spencer Dinwiddie 11 and 10, and Cam got 15 off the bench, which is awesome, right? Nick Claxton, how many blocks do you have? I'm not gonna look at his points. Only a block, right? We lost by 142 points. No, we lost by 24 points.
I'm about to say 142.
We let up 142 points. Come on, bro. The last game, another L against the Bucks. Let's check the box score on this for the Nets, right? Yeah, Mikal Bridges 31 points, Cam Johnson 19 points, Spencer Dinwiddie 26 points, and we lose. It's like we don't have an identity as a team. We don't have that fire that you're talking about with the Knicks. We don't have that right now.
Yeah.
Right? It's just kind of like it's kind of like a bunch of guys that are decent, and we'll ball. And if we win, it's great. If we lose, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't really know. I think it all depends on you have to have one guy you're building around, and the Nets haven't found that yet. They're waiting for this season.
Don't have one.
Yeah, I mean, they're hoping that Mikal Bridges can become that. That's what they're hoping this season. But anything's possible, bro. Anything's possible.
I swear, we're not building around Mikal Bridges.
Anything's possible. You can pop off and be like a KD.
Bro, we're not building. Bro.
His favorite player, KD.
We're not building around Mikal Bridges.
Now it says not even close to a contender. He's talking about the Knicks. The Knicks will be knocked out by the Cleveland or Philly with or without Embiid.
No, they beat Philly. They would.
Jeez. He said Donovan Mitchell reminds me of Justin Herbert. Awesome player, baller. When playoffs come around, his team fails him no matter how good he plays.
Donovan Mitchell is a great
player. It's not a bad comparison.
Great. He's a great playoff player.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro.
Bro, this is yeah.
What did he say?
So like he cut the cheese, bro. Again,
this guy.
He said, "My fraudulent pick for the NBA was as has always been the Dallas Mavericks.
So
We know, guys. We know.
What you're saying is the Dallas Mavericks currently, if you're picking them now,
They're 6th, I think.
no, there's 7.
Oh,
So
geez, they lost.
you're considering them a first round exit. That's what you're considering them.
Yeah.
All right.
And Jonathan's up here. Shout out to Jonathan.
What's up, John? Well, if you want to do fraudulent picks, I have mine.
You have your fraudulent pick?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. We'll do. Wait, let me just drum roll. Fraudulent picks of the 2023 season NBA. Let's get it.
We're halfway through. It's easy for me. It's the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies are not. I don't even think they're not making it to the conference finals.
I know. I agree with you.
I don't. I'm not following them either. I actually don't even think they're that good. Like I think they're kind of. It's crazy to say. I think they possibly might be worse than last year. I have to check the record on last year because I could be bugging out.
I got you. I'll pull it up right now.
You have the record from last year?
Yeah, man.
Oh, wait. I have it right here.
Do you?
Yeah, because I looked at the Knicks. Why they didn't? They were 56-26.
Oh yeah.
They're on par to have a worse record than last year.
Jeez.
So they did take a step back,
Mhm.
and that Jaws battling allegations. Freaking God only knows how bad they're gonna get. But overall, I think honestly, as of right now, the Grizzlies are looking to face either the Mavericks, Minnesota Timberwolves, Utah Jazz, or New Orleans Pelicans. I think if they see the Mavericks, they probably will lose first round. Anyone else they'll beat first round. Second round is when they get eliminated, though.
Fair enough. And they're in second place, so they're expected to at least go to the Western Conference Finals.
Yep.
I think it's safe to say. I'm gonna go with the Cleveland Cavaliers. I already stated this. I think the Cleveland Cavaliers are fraudulent of this year. Honestly, playoff experience is a big one. Only guy who has it is Donovan Mitchell and Robin Lopez, if you really want to put that in perspective.
Oh no.
But overall, they got a young team, they got a young coach. I just don't see it yet. Give it a year or two. But right now, I think if they verse the New York Knicks, they're gonna be eliminated. I'm not really, because I think that's the only there's other options that they can verse, but right now it's looking like it's gonna stay 4 and 5, New York Knicks and the Cavs. So overall, I'm gonna go Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm not too fond of them. I think that they're gonna choke in the playoffs. Young team. See what happens.
Well, be the fact that you picked them, that means they have to get knocked out first round.
In a sense, yes.
What do you mean?
They're the fourth pick. They're the 4th seed.
So they're not expected to get to this. They're not expected to get. Their ceiling.
They're top 4 seed.
Their ceiling is second round.
They have to be. Do they have second round then?
If they don't get knocked out first round,
they're done. All right, I'm still taking that pick. I think I'm pretty confident in that one. I gotta do a parlay, and I gotta see. I gotta check those parlays out because I want to win $1 million off of like a $5 bet. You know they have one for the John Jones fight.
What is it though? Like
it's like someone put $10 in, and you got to predict on 5 fights by submission. It's the hardest thing to predict. You got to predict the result of the fight, what round, and you can get your money. Who's gonna win? So like at least 5 of those fights have to be like one guy had John Jones winning second round submission.
That's so
Shevchenko winning in first round
that's
by not
so specific.
like
There's no way.
That's the hardest ones to predict in my opinion. But overall, those are our fraudulent picks, ladies and gentlemen. But without further ado, enough of the New York Knicks. They're a hot team right now. Let's see when they verse. They go tomorrow. They verse the Heat tomorrow at 8 p.m. So that's gonna be an exciting game.
Hope the Heat win. They're on after that last one against Miami. Not Miami. Philly. They're the one game.
What are they on?
Who did they recently lose?
They've always been so up and down.
No, the other day
they lost to Philly.
The other day they beat Philly. Oh,
they beat them and then they lost them.
Oh, never mind.
There you go.
I need the Knicks to lose.
They're so up and down. Jeez. But overall, yeah, tune into tomorrow for the New York Knicks if you're a Knicks fan or a Heat fan because they're going to go up against each other. But without further ado, let's get into this next one I want to talk about. And it's from our boy, actually your boy, Kevin Durant, but from the Brooklyn Nets. He returned to the Suns. He actually returned to the court for the first time since he sprained his MCL back in January 8th, I believe it was the date. But overall, he dropped 23 points in 27 minutes. He went 10 for 15 from the field. One of his most efficient nights when playing for a new team, their first game, like the opener game. This is one of his most efficient games in that sense, in an opener game with a new team. And the Suns won, most importantly, 105-91. So obviously they versed the Hornets. It's not really a big hoopla about that. But overall, we got to see KD back in the field. I don't know if you saw some highlights of him, but looked like he was comfortable for some reason.
KD.
Yeah. But overall, I'm I'm gonna get right into it. Honestly, how good did how confident you are in the Suns team that they are the best team? Because we've just been saying it on paper, but now we actually get to see the final result. I know they versus the Hornets, but still.
I gotta say, bro. I don't like the score. I don't like that the score was close, but the fact that they won their first game together.
You only played 27 minutes.
Exactly. Like they'd still like have a lot to learn about each other. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. I gotta say this. You know what this feels like? This feels like when you break up with somebody and like they're doing better than you. You know what I'm saying? That's the best way I could describe it. That's how I feel right now.
Fair
KD
enough.
broke up with me, bro.
Did he?
And now he's doing better.
You're doing worse? Oh,
I'm
yeah,
doing
your
worse.
team's doing
I'm
garbage.
doing way worse. What the heck?
Fair enough.
Oh my gosh. But nah, all jokes aside, this team is so scary because like I said, they won their first game together, which is even I don't care how good you are, it's still you still have to learn chemistry with each other. Right?
Most definitely.
And KD dropped 23 and Devin Booker dropped 37. Bro. Like you got two of the best scorers in the league right here.
Yeah.
On the same team.
Definitely.
Both of them, Devin Booker defensively is like, yikes. But what's it called? Kevin Durant defensively is good. Chris Paul defensively is good. Chris Paul dropped 2 points.
That's all he needs to.
He doesn't do anything.
He doesn't need to do anything.
You know what I mean? But DeAndre Ayton he went 16 for 16 points, 16 rebounds. Like
that's what I'm saying.
This team, when they get clicking,
they're
gonna
be
happen
dangerous.
is it's gonna be scary because what's gonna happen is first they're gonna start to click. Right, It's gonna be. I'm kind of describing what the Knicks are going through right now.
Okay,
they're gonna start, but the only difference is they have way better players. The
Ouch!
What's it called? the Suns are gonna start to click, right?
Yeah.
And then once they realize that they're starting to win games, the chemistry's gonna grow, right? So now they're gonna be all buddy and be like, yeah, and then they're gonna come out like a family and then start playing like dogs, right? To the point where they're battling every single night in and out with each other. Be like, we know what we want to do. We're focused. We're about to win a championship, like stuff like that. So. This is just the beginning. Devin Booker dropped 37.
Yeah.
We're talking about KD. Devin Booker dropped 37.
Scary.
Oh, my God.
Scary. Now, KD can drop 30 a night. Ayton can go for 20 and 10 like we've seen him. And Chris Paul can drop some 10 points. That's a scary group.
I need to get
10
NBA
assists.
TV, bro.
Yeah, me too.
This is so
honestly.
Annoying. I don't even know if we can watch this game now. I think the Suns are facing the Bulls.
They're not winning. They're not playing tonight.
Not tonight?
They're playing tomorrow night.
Oh, tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow night.
My bad. I thought it was Friday for some reason.
Knives has a comment, and I like this one. He said Kevin Durant got Eric feeling like any of the Taylor Swift songs. X's,
Facts. We will never, ever
getting back together. Thank you, the baby. Appreciate you, broski. But real quick,
was it the baby?
What?
Never mind.
What, the baby?
No, it was Kanye. Remember when Kanye got on the stage and he was like,
Taylor?
Beyonce should have won this. Kanye, forget all we should know something was wrong with Kanye, bro.
Such a shame. I love his music. It's so good. So good. But going back to Kevin Durant, I think it's safe to say that they're the best team in the NBA. I think they're expected to go to the finals, if not win it all. I mean, this is a team, right when they traded for him, we're like, hey, this team is dangerous. And now that we actually see Kevin Durant play, and he didn't even play a full game, he played 27 minutes, but dropped 23 points, and we know Kevin Durant can still do his thing. There's nothing really there's no, what?
What happened?
What happened? It's a stupid fire.
Oh.
That's what happens when it gets too hot, bro.
No.
That's what happens when it gets too hot. Too hot, get out of the kitchen. It is off. It takes a long time to go down.
Well, guys, give us 1 second. Our camera overheated, unfortunately, because the fire. Yeah. I see fire.
Kevin Durant.
It's all Kevin Durant's fault, honestly.
Is it?
How's everyone's day doing? How's everyone's day doing? What the heck? How is everyone's day going?
Give us some technical difficulties.
Come on.
Technical difficulties?
Come on.
Come on, don't be shy. Come on.
Be shy.
Yeah,
turn on the camera.
It is on.
No, like down there.
Yeah, I know, but I'm gonna see in the queue first.
Oh, okay. My fault. Don't worry. Well, guys, give us 1 quick second. We'll be right back with you.
And we're back. Thank
There
you for
it
that
is.
nice little commercial break. I know you're not really used to commercial breaks in podcasts. Sorry about that. But yeah, even Niles like this. Yes, D&E TakeOver difficulties. Yeah, even when you have a 4K camera, it still bites you in the butt sometimes, you know?
It goes to show that.
It's stupid fire. I can't wait. This is why I can't wait until we live in a warm climate or when the climate starts getting hot. So you have to turn on the stupid fire just to warm you up your butt. You know what I mean? So overall, now that that's out of the way and we're back to normal, real quick, Kevin Durant, like we said, safe to say they're contenders. Guys, comment down below if the Suns are going to go to the finals. I think it's safe to say that it's a failure of a season if they don't.
Oh yeah.
I think it's safe to say.
100%.
I heard a lot of people talking about how there could be a problem with the depth, and I kind of just don't agree with that because of the fact that if you have all those superstars playing, what are they going to get? 8 minutes rest the most? Like they're going to be playing 40 minutes, 38 minutes a game. All you need is your guys, TJ Warren, Torrey Craig, Josh Okogie, just a ball for 12 minutes. That's all you need, and it can be happen.
You know what's crazy?
What?
You just gotta hope KD don't get hurt.
That too.
The only thing.
That too.
Can't stress his minutes.
He only gets hurt like once a season, never twice. Knock on wood.
Yeah, you better knock on wood. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. But
we'll see.
We will see what happens. But moving on, this is one that Eric was really passionate about. This is boy Nikola Jokic.
Oh my gosh!
And
let's talk about
real
this.
quick. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but I have a quote from Kendrick Perkins, Big Perk, like people like to call him. I like the dude. I think he's great. But I don't agree with what he said. So basically, he said, if anyone didn't know, basically on a quote saying, "When you're stat padding, it's easy." And this is basically end quote. And this is when he was talking Nikola Jokic's sarcastic reaction to his 100th triple-double milestone. So once Jokic hit 100, his 100th triple-double of his career, and I think a couple games ago or something, and Perk said, quote, "When you're stat padding, it's easy," end quote. So real quick, guys, what's your thoughts on that before we pass it on to Eric? Because I know he has to talk about this. It says, for some reason I cannot explain. I still believe in the Warriors, so no, the Suns don't make the finals. Wow, that's
no shot.
Interesting take. You said the Suns don't make the finals.
No shot. No shot.
What?
I would never take the Warriors over the Suns even right now.
Oh, are you saying no shot to that?
Yeah.
I thought you saying no shot
because of
the Suns making it.
No, because what's it called? To me, Curry and KD cancel each other out on greatness. I really do. Like Curry's nasty and will go off, but so will KD. Like it's the same.
And
Two
at that point,
alphas, just like
that point, who do you go to?
Clay
Devin Booker and Clay,
and both
Devin
of them.
Booker.
I would say Devin Booker is a better overall scorer, but Clay is just a dangerous person as well.
Clay can when he's hot, he's hot. Devin Booker can drop 70 whenever
and from wherever
too.
That's the biggest thing. I feel like Devin Booker is a bigger bag than Klay Thompson does, right? But talking about this right here,
Perk.
It just irritated me because I saw something. When I saw this, I was like, what is he talking about? Stat padding? Like, what do you mean stat padding?
Yeah.
No one else said anything else about when other guys were dropping triple doubles and call it stat padding or not.
Yeah.
Right? Like, are we really gonna sit here and act as if Russell Westbrook on the Wizards was not aware of his triple double record? Like, are we gonna really sit in like, bro? The Wizards were never winning anything ever. So what was the point of really worrying about winning? Like, they were fighting to make the play in. Think about it. They knew they wasn't going that far. Feel me? So I don't understand. He had said on live, he was like
on First Take, I believe.
It was on First Take. He's like, we don't speak of Russell Westbrook in the same sentence as Nikola Jokic when it comes to triple doubles, and when it comes to stat padding, I'm like, it's the same thing. The thing is, none of them are stat padding. I don't believe that they're stat padding at all. One, the difference is Nikola Jokic has to do that every night in order for his team to win. I don't get it. Russell Westbrook had to do what he had to do every single night in order for his team to win.
Yeah.
Feel me? But the thing is, I think that they are aware, right, of what they're doing to go get those 2 rebounds. Let me go get those extra 2 rebounds so I can get a 10, right? Something like that. But it's not a matter of stat padding. They're just a good team. Like, I don't understand what he's trying to get at. It's like as if you don't want to give Jokic his credit. when you're stat padding. What was it? What was the quote again?
Basically, he said, when you're stat padding, it's easy. End quote.
What does that even mean? When you're stat padding, it's easy
To get to 100 triple doubles, I guess.
So I guess it was easy because I guess Russell Westbrook is stat padding then.
don't
Because it's the same exact thing.
Yeah.
I don't understand the difference between the two.
The only thing, his statement doesn't make any sense. He's not consistent with the statement because of the fact that he brought up Russell Westbrook and he said it was okay with that. But when he brings up Jokic, it's not okay.
It doesn't make sense.
Either if you're on one side, go fully on one side saying no, or fully on another side saying no. You can't go back and forth. At that point, we're showing that you don't like Jokic.
That's
literally the thing. And
the only thing.
I know he's an Embiid dude, and I know he's been rooting for Embiid to win MVP.
He's delusional.
So,
go on.
So honestly, I mean, I think you can look into the stars and see that he doesn't like Jokic now. It's not that he doesn't like Jokic. I don't think that he likes all the hype around Jokic and is blocking Embiid's spotlight. I think that's what it is. Because I think he likes his game, but in the sense where it's like everyone's overlooking Embiid, and that's where I think he gets
thinks
screwed.
Embiid's more impactful than him.
Yes,
I heard him say that, and it's like you're entitled to your own opinion.
Obviously,
I don't mind that, but however,
doesn't mean you're right.
Exactly. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
You look at the stats. It speaks for itself. Jokic is the most efficient player in the league. In the NBA right now, in basketball right now, in the world.
Yeah.
And you want to sit here and be like, well, he's stat padding. But then when all right, like you said, let's bring up Russell Westbrook. No, I don't, that doesn't count for me. I'm okay with Russell Westbrook.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with Russell Westbrook stat padding.
Yeah.
But Jokic, no. It doesn't make sense. It's not stat padding. That's why. These guys are just really good at doing everything.
Just being consistent. What you're saying.
They're really good at grabbing rebounds. They're really good at playmaking, getting assists, and they're really good at scoring. They're good at everything. So let it be like that, bro. It's not like Jokic is going. It's not like Jokic has 37 and 5 and then goes in during garbage minutes against the benches and grabs 8 rebounds and gets 12 assists, and then he walks up the court. He's like, all right, I just got it. That's stat padding.
There's some nights I've seen where Jokic only shoots 6 shots from the field, and he only plays 20 minutes because his team's up by 30. Like he's not going back in with like 2 minutes left in the fourth when they're up by 30 and just trying to get his rebounds or assists up. You know what I mean?
There's been so many weeks where this man has had games like 15, 11, and 10. 18, 12, and 10.
14, 18, 10.
What is stat padding to you about that? What are you talking? It doesn't make any sense to me. Hold on.
I think the stat padding for him is the triple double aspect. That's what I think he's getting at. But
either way, I want to look up really quick just what he's been doing the last couple of games in the regular season.
Jokic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? His last game, which was February 28th, right?
Yeah.
Bro, 14 points, 11 rebounds, 10 assists.
February.
Shut up.
What was it? I'm sorry.
14 points, 11 rebounds, 10 assists.
How many minutes?
Played 28 minutes.
That's
what is stat padding to you about that?
Listen, let me just say something real quick.
What is he talking about?
He doesn't. Jokic is not stat padding. You can look at guys' personalities, and I think you can back me up on this one. There's some guys in the league where you look at them and be like, hey, they're trying to get their points up because their team is either garbage.
Shots up.
Yeah, like they're trying to if you're up at 48 points, you're gonna chuck up and try to get to 50 points. Obviously, everyone would do that. I would do that because it's a 50 points is a good milestone. But overall, it's like this team is the best team in the West, the best record in the West. Not to mention, Jokic has to do those things in order for his team to win. Now, obviously, if you take Jokic out of there, they're still going to win games, but they're not going to win as much as with Jokic there. I wish that they had, like they have in baseball, a war thing where it's like wins above replacement. So basically what that means in the baseball aspect is what's a good decider into MVP voting is basically where the higher your WAR is, it means wins above replacement, which basically means that if this guy, how many wins does this guy add to your team by just him being on there?
It's kind of like plus minus ratio, but at the same time,
in a sense, it's just more complicated in that sense. I think WAR is just way more simplistic. But like Aaron Judge won MVP, his WAR was like 10, I think, last season. So the Yankees would automatically get 10 plus wins with Aaron Judge on the field. I think if you look at Jokic, the Nuggets need to have him. Jokic has to put up these stats in order for his team to win. We saw it last season when he was by himself for the most part. And this season, they have the best record, and he's putting up the same numbers. I just don't like the fact that you think someone is stat padding even though we know his personality, he's never that type of dude. He doesn't care. He doesn't. I don't even think he has social media.
Bro,
He has social media. He doesn't.
No, let me check.
But like, I remember I tried tagging him one post. I couldn't find his thing.
Social media.
But like,
dude goes back to home to ride farm, freaking
Serbia
farms and freaking.
Hey, this is peace right there. But
yeah, Nikola Jokic doesn't have Instagram.
Yeah.
But Nikola Jovic does.
The Heat player. But overall, just to end that conversation on the stat padding, I just don't agree with it, just because of the sense where Jokic has to do that in order for his team to win. Stat padding to me is, hey, like either my team is garbage and I'm just putting up 30 points, 10 and 10, just a stat pad, and like we're still losing games, or to me, it's a sense where I'm coming in the fourth quarter when my team is either losing by 30 or winning by 30, and I'm just trying to get those easy baskets against the second string.
Stat padding to me,
okay,
is doing whatever you want on the court to get the right
numbers up.
Get your numbers up, right? And the reason I say that is because of the fact that those plays that you do aren't necessarily best for the team, but you're doing it because it's best for you.
Selfish in a sense.
In other words, that's what stat padding is, right? I know what stat padding is. At the same time, it's gonna be kind of funny, but when you play my career in 2K, brother, you're out here trying to get into a level every game.
Hey, I try to play by the right rules, and I try to win.
Shut up, man. Like, you're not worried about winning. You're worried about freaking getting 40, 10, and 10.
Oh,
like,
of course.
That's what you're worried about. You're worried about winning MVP. That's the thing. Those are the things, right?
What our boy Kyle dropped, 58 points and like 20 rebounds and 10 assists?
No one cares. Like that's stat padding, just making sure that you get your numbers. That's what it is, right? So like you said, when they're on those worst teams, they're just out there getting we call it empty stats, right? It's like you're just putting up the numbers that you want to put up. So like you still in the conversation, you still having a great season. Your team is just not good enough. And you know that. There's nothing wrong with that in some cases.
Yeah.
But in this case specifically, like I just want to say, like JJ Redick said it perfectly. It's not the fact that he stat pads, is that this guy just makes the right play every single time.
He plays by that rule
every single time. It's like
that's why his team wins.
The perfection on it is like so much. The level, we don't talk about this enough. The level of IQ of basketball that Jokic has is insane. It's absolutely insane.
He does.
It's why he's the most efficient player in the league. These are not things that we just take for granted. This guy is clearly making the same exact play or making the exact right pass, the exact time to get a rebound, the exact time to make a shot. He knows what he's doing every single time. He sees the floor differently than everybody else. There's no stat padding involved.
And that's why his assist ratios are so high, because he finds the open man in like tight crevices. We've seen some highlights of Jokic, and not to mention on screen when he makes a screen, he knows his basketball IQ is high. Would you say that?
I just want to go through the last. I simply just want to go through the last couple games before All-Star break. Right, I won't go through every single game. I don't want to take up too much time. Obviously, I know
go on. Go, take your time. Take your time.
I probably shouldn't, because I'm gonna keep going.
All right, then don't take your time.
What's it called? Like we said, I'm gonna list a couple things. Right, just hear me out, y'all. Hear me out. Wait, hold up. We got a couple comments. Let's go with the comments first. I think we have one or two.
We got one. Knife says, you mean that dude that's swinging off LeBron's nuts when he's out here stat padding to catch Kareem had the audacity to speak up on Joker? Perk needs to sit down. $5, yo.
Like, Perk, what is he talking? Like, it's screaming, I like Embiid over Jokic.
He said Jokic's WARP over 2 seasons is 50.2. Giannis is second at 35.1.
Like, it's not
what is WA?
I don't even know, but I don't even care, because it's like,
I never heard of that before.
Bro, what are we doing here, Perk? Like, you gotta sit here. And he got on Instagram Live. He goes, I just don't like the fact that JJ Redick like said these things and like didn't let me be able to get my licks in back, or like something like that.
Were they on the same show?
No. At the time when JJ said what he said, JJ responded, but he wasn't responding in the sense of, Perk, I'm talking to you right now, right?
We know who he was talking to, though.
But JJ said it. He goes, I just disagree with what Perk said, and this is why, right? And he explained why. Then Perk was like, he took it as if like it was like a back and forth type of thing. Right, and then Perk came on First Take or whatever it was, and then he said what he had to say. I don't think they were able to have a full blown conversation with it yet. I think they should get that done, because I would really love. JJ Redick would just school him in every aspect, would just simply school him, and then you would just have Perk just sitting there like, I don't think so. It would come down to that. That's what I believe it is.
You know, the thing is, what a lot of people do is when they're wrong, they go back to the game. Is like they keep on proving their point and then they start using insults in a sense. Some people do, like just to get you off your game and just to prove their point even more, which doesn't work ultimately. But I found what warp means.
What?
It means wins above replacement player. So evaluates a player who belongs to a team that is made up of him and 4 average players. This team is compared to another team made up of four average players and a replacement level player. Using replacement level shows the value of players who can play heavy minutes and avoid injury while continuing to perform above a replacement level. Using wins gives a measure of value that is easy to understand and constant over time. Lastly, by eschewing the traditional linear weights methods so common in basketball analysis, warp does a better job of incorporating defensive value. Okay. So basically, just to sum that up, it's basically like you wins above replacement. Basically, what I talk about for basketball, for baseball, it's basically like that in a sense, but it brings in the offense and defensive value. But nice, thanks for that quick little fun fact, bro. Oh, he gave us the quote too. Warp is not the quote, the meaning. Warp is wins above replacement player. I never heard of that before, so now I'm gonna start checking that out. Stat used ancient.
We need to start talking about that again. But regardless,
I thought he said when I first saw, I thought he said WAP. I'm like, nah.
No, he's talking about Jokic like that. What's he going? But anyways, I really just want to go into this really quick.
Go ahead.
Their last game, W gets the Houston Rockets 133 to 112. Right, bad team.
Yes.
Okay.
So Dame dropped 70.
Jokic dropped 14 points, 11 rebounds, 10 assists on 28 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's a triple double. It's not stat padding. He played literally half the game. Probably was it 48 minutes? What's
24 is half of 48.
He played a little bit above half the game.
And not to mention the average starter in the NBA plays about 35, 36 minutes.
So like
33, 34.
Again, did he even play that many minutes? Right? They saved him. Next game against the Clippers, W and OT, 134 to 124. Went to overtime. Have that in mind. He played 42 minutes. He dropped 40 points, 10 assists, 17 rebounds.
Yes,
again,
sir.
He did what he had to
get the W.
It
was against a better team like the Clippers.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
When it was called on it, when his name was called on, delivered. Okay? But stat padding. All right. Next game, Memphis Grizzlies. They lost 112 to 94. Jokic only played 27 minutes of this game, right? And in this game, he had 15 points, 13 rebounds, 3 assists. Not a good game. They lost. Simple as that, right? Then next game, gets the Cavaliers 115 to 109. W, right? Played 36 minutes, average amount of things. 24 points, 18 rebounds, 13 assists. I just, where's the stat padding aspect of this? I don't understand where it comes from. What's it called? Dallas Mavericks, they win 118 to 109. He drops 14 points, 13 rebounds, 10 assists on 34 minutes. The next he played 34 minutes the next 2 games. I have to list the minutes. They beat the Heat and they beat the Hornets. In the Heat game, 27, 8, and 12. The Hornets game, 30, 10, and 16. The next game, 29, 6, and 12. Next game, 16, and 12. It's like he's not stat padding. He's just like because
playing his game and trying to get the W.
If he was stat padding, I'm telling you right now, those scoring numbers would be so much higher. So much higher. There's no way you can't stat pad realistically on assist. He's not giving up open shots that he has. I don't understand the logic. It doesn't make any sense. You don't like Jokic, just say it.
Would I stop with this argument with Perk? And I feel like what a lot of people understand about his opinion in that sense with this topic is once he said that Russell Westbrook thing was okay because it was Russell Westbrook's situation, but then he thinks Jokic's is it's stat padding. That's where the conversation should just end right there, because that's when you already know the bias in his statement. And not only that, in order to have a civil conversation, an informative conversation, you have to at least have an open mind. You know what I mean?
Both sides.
At least be on the fence, and you can choose your opinion right there. I could think one thing, but I have to listen to your opinion and make a logical decision. And if I can go back to my opinion, I go back to it. But the thing is, you have to have an open mind to the other side. By you automatically discluding one player, the rule for one player, because like you're excluding it for Russell Westbrook, the stat padding thing, but including it for Jokic for stat padding, that's when you stop talking, because that's when you know the bias in the statement, and you know you're never going to get into actual, how do I say it? Like it's not logical conversation in the sense of civil conversation in a sense.
I could argue. I just don't understand how like. I don't understand what's the difference. Like that's what I wish she explained that. What's the difference between Jokic and Russell Westbrook? One guy was on a worse team,
You know what the difference is?
What?
I'll answer that. Their height.
I was about to say I was about to say something else. I was about to say
There
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
one fights bears.
But like, it's like what's the other reason? What is the other reason?
Position, height.
It doesn't make any sense. Are you tight because he's a center as well and he's just better than you?
I think that gives him. I think it's more impressive that he's a center and putting up numbers like this.
Saying. Like I don't understand.
In a sense, but like, he's stat padding.
This is one of them. This is one of the melonheads. I think that Joel Embiid's MVP. Like,
he said, "This is your fault, Eric. You're looking for Perk to make sense. How dare you?"
That's the thing. Like, so annoying.
Whatever. Anyway, enough of Big Perk. But guys, we're watching currently is the Dallas Mavericks versus the Philadelphia 76ers game. And if anyone has been watching Dallas, knows desperately that Joel Embiid's about to drop a 40-20 game.
What's the stats?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
But right now, Embiid, this is on TNT right now, by the way. But Embiid has 10 points, only 3 rebounds. Jeez.
What?
James Harden has 16.7 assists. Jeez. Luka Doncic has 17 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. And there's 7 minutes left in the second quarter. Kyrie Irving has 12 and 1 assist. And Christian Wood off the bench has 10 points.
Yeah,
so there you
cheating. Go. There's no way.
Yeah.
Luka's a cheat code.
Luka's first quarter scoring is just insane.
He comes out, and every single time he comes out and drops at least like 15 before the quarter's done.
He's at least praying for Kyrie Irving to at least do something in the third quarter while he's on the bench or something.
Literally.
But overall, they're still trying to find their chemistry. Hopefully they find it, but we'll see what happens. But that's what we thought about you, Big Perk. There we go, bro. Oh, no, wrong one. That's more appropriate one? Right. No, there's a better one. Is that a better one? I think it's a better one.
Oh, my God.
But like my friend the baby would say, let's go into another topic. I love the baby, bro. But anyway, going into another topic about the NBA, going into the trades. Now, you might be confused if the trade deadline's over, but we want to recap or revisit the trades and basically see who really won their trade at the end of the day. So which trade from the trade deadline worked out the best so far for any team so far? So there's been a lot of trades. Kyrie to the Mavs, KD to the Suns. Just listing a few right there. Out of all of the trades, which one do you think had the most impact so far?
The most impact. Very interesting choice of words there. To be honest with you, right? Out of all the trades I'm thinking of right now, I'm not gonna consider the Suns in this conversation because KD just came back.
Okay.
So, and we already kind of know what they're gonna do, but at the same time, for the sake of the conversation, how you asked the question, I'm gonna simply just say not the Suns because we just saw KD come back literally yesterday. Right? It's still fresh, right? The Mavericks are definitely not in this conversation. If anything, it's gotten worse. The Nets, no, I'm not gonna say too much about that. The one team I will look at though, as far as the trade deadline that have really benefited from it. I mean, it's a very easy pick. I want to check just one more. I don't really. What are the Hawks pick doing? Because I know they got Sadiq Bey. That's what I really want to look at.
Sadiq.
It could have been a good acquirement. They lost to the Wizards.
I kind of forgot that they got him.
Beat the Cavs. Lost to the Knicks. Lost to the Hornets. Yeah, no. Okay, I'm gonna go with the Lakers.
Okay.
The acquirement of D'Angelo Russell, Malik Beasley, Jared Vanderbilt. I think it was a very good retooling of the Lakers. I think as of right now, they're only a game behind the Pelicans. The Pelicans look awful.
Yeah.
Without Zion, which also proves my point even more. I remember we had an argument about whose team it was, Brandon Ingram or Zion Williamson. It's Zion Williamson's team because literally they're not that good without him. But other than that, for me, the Lakers 110% improved the most out of this because, granted, we really were talking about the Lakers as somewhat dangerous before LeBron got hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that was just with the one trade, and they were showing it too. Anthony Davis looks great. Jared Vanderbilt looks like a great on the defensive end, on the defensive side.
He's been balling.
D'Angelo Russell's a great addition. Malik Beasley, another great addition offensively. They have help. They actually have help now. Mo Bamba off the bench is another one that's very good to add on to it. But I would simply say the Lakers for sure that definitely benefit from this because they honestly put themselves in an area where they can actually compete for a play-in spot.
Yeah, I think I like that pick a lot. I think when you look at this team, obviously this is before LeBron got injured. We were looking at them as potentially making a 6th spot because they weren't that far away from getting there, and they were making like a big push for the playoffs. But right when LeBron got hurt, they are in a better position because if they would have never made out this trade and LeBron got hurt, they would have been dookie, wipe out the season. They're not making it. But since they got Jared Vanderbilt, D'Angelo Russell, and what am I blanking? Malik Beasley.
Malik Beasley.
Like since they got those guys, Mo Bamba, like the team, they actually have depth. And one of the biggest problems for that team, and not to mention, they actually have shooting too.
And they got rid of Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, and they have shooting to add on to it with their depth. So overall, they look like a championship team. But unfortunately, with LeBron James out, they'll be lucky if they make the play-in as of right now.
I mean, honestly, the Pelicans look awful right now.
They do, but I think they won their last game.
They did win their last game. Who was against? It was against the Blazers. Wow. But like to me, the Pelicans are just they lost to the Magic. The Lakers could definitely make the 10th seed. They definitely can make the 10th seed.
Yeah,
possibly even the 9th seed because the Utah Jazz are good. They really again the team that really doesn't have an identity.
Fair enough. The trade that I want to get into real quick, I like the Lakers one. I think it's a solid one. I think that's a good one because of the fact how fast the impact has been, and also not to mention they are in Showtime TV where everyone's watching the Lakers, so you'll see an improvement much quicker by the media. I think this team isn't a big market, but this is I think a trade that really worked out the best so far for this team and the player is the New York Knicks getting Josh Hart.
I knew you were going to say that.
Bro. I'm telling you, when you watch this team,
the New York Knicks is a big market, bro. You're watching the primetime hours too.
But they're not really talked about a lot on First Take or Get Up because of their losing ways in the past. But since they got Josh Hart, boy, they've been balling off. They've been on a 7-game win streak with him. Not to mention, he is hustling his balls off, and also he's getting every loose ball. Yeah.
What's that mean?
Hustling.
Oh, at least said hustling.
No,
like, what's that?
He's hustling his balls off, getting every loose ball, a defensive weapon, also scoring you 20 points sometimes when you need them. But overall, they're top 5 offense in points per game and top 5 in offensive efficiency since they got him. So overall, he's been a big key asset for this team. One of the most underlooked trades, I think, that will end up being really great for the team in the future. So overall, I'm going to go with the New York Knicks. I'm pretty confident with that one.
You know why it's underlooked?
Why?
Because they're going to lose first round.
Doesn't take away from what they're doing now.
It does.
It doesn't.
It does. Bro,
because I'm living right now.
You're Jazz.
You're going into the future. I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about the present.
The Utah Jazz.
I'm talking about the present.
The Utah Jazz losing second round every single year took away from everything they did in the regular season.
Fair enough, but I'm looking at right now. I'm not predicting the future. I ain't no voodoo, whatever those what are they called? What are they called? The psychics. I'm not one of those dudes that can predict the future. I'm looking at them right now when I see them. They look good.
What you're seeing right now is a lot of hype.
But we'll see what happens. I know I don't always say this, but I'm more of an honest Knicks fan out of everyone.
You're just an honest fan. This fan base is like the Jets. It's
probably worse
They're
than that.
worse
I'm
than
gonna be
the
honest with you.
Knicks fans, bing bong. Oh, bro.
I'm gonna be honest with you. This is like as a Knicks fan and watched them throughout the years. This is probably one of the better teams I've seen in a while. A well-constructed team, well-coached team, and adding Josh Hart basically added gasoline to the flame, and now it's turning into a fire. So overall, Julius Randle played like an all-star. Jalen Brunson is playing like an all-star.
Wait, Julius Randle is an all-star.
Yeah, no, I said Julius Randle is an all-star.
Oh,
I said Jalen Brunson is playing like an all-star.
I thought you said playing.
No. And RJ Barrett, he's still dropping 20 points, even though his expectations have been poopy.
What's his last couple games?
RJ?
I know he's averaging.
Last game, he dropped 15.
I don't. He might be at.
He's so inconsistent in shooting the three. It's so ridiculous.
19.5. I can't wait. That needs to go down ASAP. Hold up. Let me see really quick. Last couple games for RJ. 10, 25, 14, 17, 4, 20, 19, 15. This guy's bunching. I don't want to hear it, bro. This guy's whack. I don't want to hear it. 13, 24, 19, 16, 30, 23, 21, 32. That was a streak.
Hold up. We got a newcomer in the building right now.
Hold up. For real?
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
And Charles Adderley, man. So I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name, but shout out to you, man. Thanks for popping out. It's a good night watching from Nassau, the Bahamas. Outstanding stream, 76ers and Lakers country, bro. That's what I'm talking about, bro. There you go. Thank you guys. Thank you for popping out. Make sure you like, and subscribe to the stream so you don't miss another episode.
For
But,
sure, bro.
there you
for
go.
Sure.
Thank you for popping out, man. He said Lakers and 76ers country. You just said the Lakers have the best pickup so far in the
I would
draft.
say so.
Not draft, in the trade deadline.
I'm a Nets fan, so I mean we don't really get along, but it's okay. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's all family here, Charles.
Knives says Wiseman to the Pistons.
Yo, bro, this guy is smoking.
He said it's the best. Which trade? This is the question. Which trade from the trade deadline worked out the best so far? And he said, my boy said,
you nailed his name.
There we go, bro.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you. I
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
it. And
Yes,
everyone that knows me knows that I'm not really good at pronouncing names. So
Yo,
that's always
oh
a
my God.
W.
What was the worst one?
What?
You always said his name wrong.
Bryce Hall. Bryce Hall.
You always called him Bryce Hall.
Bryce
There's
Hall.
another one.
Oh. I remember this one.
I think it was a ball player.
Farts.
You always just say his name wrong.
I forgot who it was. Gosh, but anyway.
Oh, Lonnie Walker.
No, it wasn't him.
But you always say Lonnie Walker wrong. You always say Lonnie.
It was something else that I really butchered really badly every single time. What was it, bro?
I don't know.
Oh God, I don't know. But anyway, Nia says Wiseman to the Pistons. I mean, he's actually playing games, and we still trash enough to get Victor. The future looks bright. Yeah, it's gonna be nice for 15 big men.
Yeah, y'all have 3 centers. Like y'all.
The Pistons always do that though.
The Pistons are.
It's ridiculous. They get Marvin Bagley.
What this style have what freaking Cade Cunningham, Killian Hayes,
Jaden Ivey,
Marvin. Oh no, Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, freaking Marvin Bagley, James Watson, and Victor Wembanyama. Yo, what the heck is that? Slow lineup FC, bro.
Yeah, I don't know why they got James Wiseman. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know. I don't know what the benefit of that pick is
for youngsters. Oh, you know what? Because maybe he could revive himself in the Pistons and then just trade him away.
But that makes no sense.
No, but all right, it's like in a sense, I'm trying to advocate for the Pistons. I don't really know why they did this, but this is my theory, right? You bring him to the Pistons.
Okay.
He could put up empty numbers and really revive himself.
I gotta see what this boy's doing.
and then what he could, no, well, right now his numbers don't look good.
I gotta see the last couple of games. Is he actually playing?
I think so. Last game he played pretty.
Oh, James Wiseman. Okay, yeah, he is playing.
He's played pretty decently in the last couple, I think.
Last game against the Bulls, he went 7 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists.
Okay.
After that, he went against the Hornets, 23.7 7 rebounds. That's good. 10 points, 10 rebounds, 6 foul. He got fouled out. 8 points, 10 rebounds, 1 block. 11 points, 5 rebounds. 6 points, 2 rebounds. 9 points, 2 rebounds, and a steal.
Okay, so hear me out. I think they're hoping for it. Maybe he finds his mojo, right? Because he was a 3rd overall pick. First, was he?
He was a first overall pick.
No, he wasn't.
But the Warriors.
The Warriors did not have the first.
Although I just had it too.
The Warriors did not have the first overall pick. They had to have like the 3rd overall pick. Wasn't it like? It was Ant, LaMelo, and James Wiseman, right?
I don't know now. Wait. I'm finding the team. Pistons. It tells me right now.
It does tell you?
Yeah, if you click on their profile, it tells you their draft. Come on. Right here. It was it doesn't tell you. Farts. It tells me their age. Memphis. I remember this guy.
Was it 2019?
I don't know now.
No, this is Zion's draft.
It's 2020 or 2021.
Definitely 2020. Hold on. Yeah, Anthony Edwards, James Wiseman.
James Wiseman was 2. Okay. Anthony Edwards. And what was the 3rd one? LaMelo Ball. Yeah. Because that was the controversy where the Warriors drafted a guard or something.
They shouldn't have. They made the right decision. I still believe that to this day, unless there was a better guard in the draft. But I didn't even look.
Was there Tyrese Halliburton in this draft?
Still though, like you don't pick up a guard with Curry. You don't do it.
I understand, and plus at the time Klay Thompson was coming back. They were still expecting him to be that dude. They were looking for a big man. It was a right decision at the time because they needed a big man for rebounding.
Got a good center.
But if they looked into the future, what they were getting, I think that they would go back 100%.
Yeah, because now he's just worth absolutely nothing. He amounted to nothing. But
technically,
what's it called? I think what they're hoping for is, he gets better, right? Finds his mojo, use him as a trade piece because he's young. And you just ship him off somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean that's the only option I can think of.
When Victor comes in, GG's. See you
later.
later.
If they get Victor, it's gonna be GG's for everyone in the league.
Let me get Victor on the Nets.
Let's get Victor on the podcast. Does he speak English? We'll talk to him in
He's
French.
going to the NBA. He
I'd be
has
like,
to be able
Je
to.
m'appelle David et toi?
Yo,
Yeah.
you be so happy.
I wouldn't understand what he's
Avec,
saying.
comment allez-vous? Avec, ça va?
Ça va très bien et toi?
Ça va
oui,
bien.
oui, oui.
Ça va comme ça.
Ah.
Yo, bro. Talk to me. Yo, we speak French.
Thanks, French teacher back in high school. I don't want to say your name just in case.
Je voudrais Victor Wembanyama dans le podcast. Come on. You know what I said? What's up?
Je voudrais un croissant beta pizza.
Yeah,
baby. You know what I said? Anyway, enough of the French lessons. Get another comment from Knives. And he said, now if you mean now, it gotta be Pistons, KD baby. All right. I mean,
Pistons.
I said Pistons.
Yeah.
Jeez. Phoenix, KD baby. I think that's a good one too. But real quick on Victor, you know, we talked about him going to the Pistons. I speak highly of him. I think the media speaks highly of him. All the hype coming out of there.
Garbage.
That would be the biggest bust since Anthony Bennett. He said, well, there we go. Omelette du fromage. She's omelet, bro. There we go, bro. There we go, bro. That's what I'm talking about.
D&E TAKEOVER.
But going back to the Victor Wembanyama team pick, if the Pistons do get him, are they a playoff team?
No.
You don't think so still?
Play in.
They're a play-in team?
Not playoff.
You think even if they make the play-in, you think that they can become a 7 or 8 seed?
Maybe.
You think so?
But playoff team to me is like a solid, like
a lock in 6 and up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Play it, because if it was 1 through 8, then we could talk about it, but it's not anymore. It's different. Remember the years that it used to be 1 through 8? Wow.
Yeah. I kind of missed it, but
I do miss it.
In a sense, this is kind of cool too. In a sense,
it makes them play more games. It's a money thing.
True, 100%. I think if you back to Victor to any team with the hype that he's having the same amount of hype, if not more, since LeBron James. And boy, that was a lot of hype. So overall, I predicted Victor to go to the Hornets. I don't even know.
I don't want that to happen.
2 months ago or a month and a half ago. It was a long time ago. And I said that team can be contending. And I said that very, very heavily because I believe that Victor is the real deal. But if he goes to the Pistons, I definitely agree. I think they're a playing team. I think so. Because they have still have some Cade, Jaden Ivey's been playing good. Cade, we know he can play good. Victor Wembanyama, great center, great piece down in the center position. But overall, when you really look at the depth, it's like you got the pirate Killian Hayes. Go on. Was he coming off the bench for you?
Bro. Let's not even talk about Killian Hayes. That's a big bust.
He said, we can get the 8th seed and get swept. If we get him, it'll take time. Yeah, no, definitely. You guys are still going to be young, but at least you can make the play-in. I think that's good.
That's a start.
With a franchise that's been fighting for the 15th seed.
Goodness.
It's been kind of...
These guys are just butt. These guys are terrible.
Butt cheeks.
The Pistons made the playoffs? What, the 90s?
No. Is that a series question of the day? What year did the Detroit Pistons make the playoffs?
She's not going to understand that. You word that right.
Here's an answer from Wikipedia. Well, the Pistons did qualify for the postseason.
When was the last time the Pistons made the playoffs?
Here's what I found from Wikipedia. The 2008 to 2009 season was also the last time the Pistons qualified for the playoffs until the 2015 to 2016 season.
This is why you're so dumb, Siri. The question was, when was the last time they made the playoffs? And she goes, 2008-2009 season was also the last time until the 2015-2016 season. Just say 2015-2016. You got to give me extra words, bro. Jeez.
How old were you?
Well, that was technically 7 years ago. 7 years ago.
So we were 13.
Jeez. Wow. Jeez. Wow.
Yeah, but
who was on that team?
No clue.
I have no idea. I'm gonna be honest with you. But anyway, guys, I want to go into another one real quick, and it's a fun little game called Stats Without Names, NFL edition. I got 2 of them going for you guys. Yeah, you scared?
I'm scared. Is this quarterbacks?
Yeah, these are quarterbacks.
Is Lamar in here?
No.
Okay.
Not that I know.
You better not be lying to me. Because if I pick someone over Lamar, it would be sad.
No, because Lamar only had like 2,000 yards. So, like, you would have picked anyone over Lamar in a sense, except for Zach Wilson.
I would have figured out it was Lamar Jackson. If you told me that he was in there, I would have looked out for him.
But this doesn't include rushing stats. These are just passing stats, okay? So, guys, comment down below who you guys think it is too. So basically, I'm going to be listing a bunch of stats, and we're going to choose between player A or player B, and you're going to tell me which one you would rather pick. Starting off with the first one, player 1. He had 4,438 yards, 29 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, and 65% completion.
Okay.
Second player, player 2, had 4,283 yards, 35 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, 63% completion, and that ends it. Which one would you rather have, player 1 or player 2?
What was the yards in both players again? Because it was like 4,000 something. I was like, oh my god.
Player 1, 4,438. Player 2, 4,283. Who would you rather have, guys? Chat below. 1 or 2?
I'm gonna take player 1.
Player 1?
I'd rather take player 1.
I'm gonna wait 10 seconds if it updates, guys. Who do you take? Player 1, player 2?
I'd take player 1 because he's more. I'll take player 1. It's Jared Goff. No way, is it? Wait. What's it called? Player 1 has more yards, right? Has less touchdowns, but not by much. I think it's 6, right?
Yes.
Player 2 doubles his interceptions.
Yes.
Right, which is a very bad thing.
Mhm.
And then also, what was the last stat?
Has a less completion by 2%.
And player two has a less completion rate. So overall, I'd take player 1.
Literally, he has less than everything except for touchdowns.
Exactly. But it's not by much. It's not
So Knives says, I'll take number 1. Number 1 is Jared Goff. And you said you take 1?
I'll take 1.
Number 1 is Jared Goff.
How do you know
Now,
that?
the real question, who's number 2?
Yeah.
Number 2 is, in fact, a guy I love a lot, Josh Allen.
No!
Josh Allen. So you're saying I'd rather have Jared Goff over Josh Allen based off of last season.
Wait, no, cut.
I'm telling you, messes with your head, bro.
No. Not just sitting here and pick Jared Goff over Josh Allen.
This is pretty good because it takes some of the bias out of the statement, and you're just looking at the raw stats in a sense.
I just took Jared Goff over Josh. No, this is bad.
I gotta find the other one. I have it.
Jared Goff better than Josh Allen? Wait,
based off of stats. Technically, he is.
What's going on?
That's why I like doing it, because obviously it takes out the bias of the player. Because obviously I like Josh Allen, so I'm gonna be like, oh, he can do a lot. He can be the Superman. But like, if you look at just raw stats, it's kind of messed up. He said, how would I not know that? It's a lion stat. I know. I got you. I gotta find this real quick.
Did you pick Jared Goff? What'd you pick?
I went with 1. Just because of the interceptions.
You picked Jared Goff over freaking
I freaked out. I
Josh Allen.
I kind of got like, what?
Yeah, catfished.
Oh yeah.
Josh Allen, you took the hat off and Jared Goff. You're like, huh?
We're like, what the heck happened? Oh, where is it, bro? I had it saved. Give me a second, guys. But anyway, you want to give him a little update on the score right now?
Right now, I mean, second quarter just ended. We're going into halftime. Currently, Dallas dropped 71 to 67. It's close. It's been a close game all night. Luka looks like he's having a great game. So is Embiid. Let me actually look up the box score on that really quick. But the Dallas Mavericks are beating them.
Are you ready?
He's another prime example. I don't know, man. The freaking 76ers are not amazing. As amazing as
I have another one for quarterbacks, and then I have another one for running backs.
Oh God.
But going into quarterbacks, we got player 1. All right, guys, listen really closely and comment down below. Player 1, player 2. Player 1 has 4,282, 25 points and 5 assists.
And 3 rebounds.
Jeez.
He's such a broken character,
bro. Going into player 1, these are quarterbacks again. Player 1 has 4,282 yards, 30 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, and 70% completion. Player 2 has 4,739 yards,
way more yards,
25 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, and 68% completion. Who are you picking, 1 or 2?
Whoa, okay. 2 has way more yards.
Mm-hmm.
1 has 5 more touchdowns.
Yes.
1 has 1 more interception.
Yes.
Right? And 1 has a way higher completion. Well, not
by 2%.
Higher.
By 2%.
This one's actually very close.
Guys, who are you taking, 1 or 2?
This is actually very close. I mean, granted, this guy can get you down the field, and you just give it to your running back, and he'll get into the end zone. Maybe that's why he doesn't have that many touchdowns.
Number 1 has a high completion percentage and more touchdowns.
But not by
5 touchdowns.
I don't know. I feel like I want to go with 2 actually.
Yeah.
Because 2 has the reason 2 might not have that many touchdowns because he has way more yards. Like the yards are clear.
Yes.
Touchdowns, it's only 5, right? Percentage is only 2. He has 70, just absurd. That's why. 68 is still like right behind it. And then interceptions he has less. He's a little bit, he's not more fit. It's very close. I think I'm gonna go 2 though.
You ready who it is?
Nah, I hate this.
If
Lamar's in here, I'm gonna be pissed.
No, he's not in here. Okay, so you picked player 2, right?
Oh, Jesus.
You picked Justin Herbert over player 1 is in fact Geno Smith. So you picked Justin Herbert over Geno Smith.
I'm comfortable with that.
I understand that. I and when you said the running backs rushing it in, you're 100% right. Austin Eckler has been rushing for touchdowns. So there you go.
What'd you pick? You picked Geno?
I picked player 1 because of the completion percentage and the more touchdowns, and it was only off by 1 interception.
You said Geno Smith over Justin Herbert?
Pretty much. That's another one where I looked at it, I'm like, geez. He said 2 sounds like Trevor got a jet fella. Stay blessed. Now 2 was Justin Herbert.
Trevor's son.
Yeah, in a sense. See you, Nice. Hope you have a great day, bro. Appreciate you for popping out. Thank you.
We appreciate you, Nice.
And appreciate everyone for all the support right now. If you haven't liked or subscribed right now or shared or commented, now's your time. Do it right now. Appreciate it. It helps grow the channel. But you dropped something?
I'll play with the little thing.
The little piece, the little rubber piece. All right, we got this one. Okay. So this one is in fact.
What are we looking at now? Is it running back or is it?
This is wide receivers.
Oh God, I hate this, bro. I already picked one right. The Jared Goff, Josh Allen one pissed me off. Because I've had a conversation with people. People are like, Josh Allen's not that good. I'm like, yes he is. Yes he is. I just sat there, picked Jared Goff.
Yeah, honestly. Okay. Fair enough. This is actually what this actually is basically ancient dudes, historical dudes, comparing it to nowadays dudes. So we're talking about wide receivers back in the day.
But we're picking one season though, right?
Yeah, their best season.
Okay.
So we're taking the historical guy's best season with a guy nowadays this season. So going off of player 1, this is wide receivers, just to give you guys the hint. Wide receivers. Number 1, player 1 had 1,800 yards receiving, 8 touchdowns, and 14.1 yards per catch. Okay. Player 2 had 1,964 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 16.1 yards per catch.
Okay.
Who would you pick?
So player 2 has more yards.
Yeah.
Player 2 has more yards per catch.
Yes. Less touchdowns.
How many? What was the touchdowns?
8 to 3. 8 to 5. 8 to 5. I'm sorry.
I have to think about this stuff. To be honest, to me, I don't really worry about the touchdowns too much.
Yeah.
If it's a significant gap, 3 touchdowns, I wouldn't say is too much of a significant gap. However, 5 is a little bit low.
Okay.
8 is a lot. However, he beats him by almost 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
Right? Now you have to factor in quarterback. Quarterback could be garbage.
The years too.
Exactly. However, he averages more yards per catch, which is kind of getting me a little bit.
So who are you gonna go with?
He scored. The other one's scoring more. That's realistically all that matters. Has a little bit, only 1,000 yards is a lot though.
Yeah.
14 yards.
He almost has 2,000, both of them.
Oh, this is rough. I'm actually gonna go. I'm gonna go 1.
Player 1. So you picked Justin Jefferson. And you know who the historical guy was?
I thought it was like Jerry Rice or something.
I think he's definitely a top 5 wide receiver of all time. Calvin Johnson.
No!
Calvin Johnson. So you picked Justin Jefferson over Calvin Johnson based off of stats. It's insane. It's insane. I'm telling you, they get you.
I picked Jay Jettas over Calvin Johnson. See, now if Jay Jettas becomes better, I'll be fine. I'll be okay.
Next one is tight end.
Oh,
okay.
Jesus.
So this
Mark
one.
Andrews in here?
What?
Oh God.
I don't know. I can't tell you. So basically, this one's the same thing, same concept. One of them is a historical with their whole career. These are career wise, by the way.
Mark Andrews, I'd be sad if I don't pick him.
This one's career wise.
Career wise.
So one is retired already, and one is still playing. So player 1 has 10,344 yards receiving, 69 touchdowns in his career with 12.7 yards per catch. Okay.
Can I ask which one's a tight and which one's not? Or I'm not.
They're both tight ends.
Which one's retired?
Oh, retired? No.
Okay, I can't.
Player 2 has 9,286 yards, 92 touchdowns, and 15 yards per catch. Who are these tight ends?
What was the first one's touchdown?
69.
Who is 92?
I don't know.
Wait,
I
give
can't
me the
tell
yards
you.
again? Sorry.
9,286 yards for player 2, 92 touchdowns, and 15 yards per catch.
And what was the yards for player 1?
10,344 yards, 69 touchdowns, and 12.7 yards per catch. Who are you going with?
Player 2.
Player 2.
Player 2.
Now you know
92 touchdowns.
You know who you picked?
I picked the retired one, didn't I?
You did.
Oh, that's so BS.
Rob Gronkowski
It's versus like it was Travis Kelce, the other one.
over Travis
I was gonna
Kelce.
say I knew it was a matchup.
And honestly, I would take Travis Kelce in real life, like not real
In
life.
real life,
I mean,
yeah.
I would take Travis Kelce over
He's
Rob.
not done yet though. That's not fair.
Yeah,
He's more
but
yards than him.
yeah, he has more and way more touchdowns.
Oh
I
my
mean, Gronk has way more touchdowns. I gotta find one with the running backs. I was so right here. Speaking of the devil, right there. Which one are you taking running backs, and then we can move on. This one is in fact. Okay, we're gonna go with this one. These are just rushing yards, so it could be running. It can be running back. It can be quarterback. It could be wide receiver.
Oh, there's a bunch of them.
Yeah, it's just
Oh,
rushing
okay.
yards. Starting off with player 1 has this is last season, had 915 yards on the ground, 13 touchdowns, and 4.5 yards per carry. Okay.
This is a running back.
Player 2 has 1,143 yards, 8 touchdowns, and 7.1 yards per carry.
It's so much information to take in. Wait. Oh my God. All right. Go for yard really quick.
Player 1 has 915. Player 2 has
That's
1,143.
Okay, clears. Player
Player 1 has 13 touchdowns. Player 2 has 8 touchdowns. And player 1 has 4.5 yards per carry. Player 2, 7.1. Who would you pick? Player 1, player 2? Guys, comment down below.
I'm taking player 2 because of the fact that I want a running back that's able to get me down the field as well, and he can also score me touchdowns. There's only 5 more touchdowns. Those 13 touchdowns could have also came from like him being on the red zone and just running straight in, which is what a running back should be able to do.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go player 2.
So you picked Justin Fields,
Wait.
quarterback.
Wait.
You picked Justin Fields.
Wait. I thought it was running backs. Wait.
It could be anyone. Quarterbacks,
No.
running backs, running backs.
Oh no.
Based off of Justin Fields' rushing stats, you picked Justin Fields.
Wait, what's going
You know who you picked over? Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler, you picked over
I
him.
thought you were gonna say LeBron
No,
James.
you picked Austin Eckler over him. So you rather take Justin Fields over
Oh.
Austin Eckler. Jeez. Yeah, okay, ready for this one.
To be fair, Austin Eckler was out for some of this season. Oh no, he wasn't. He just wasn't playing well the first half of the season. Like he wasn't really playing that.
Yeah, he was kind of slow. His production was kind of
Yeah.
dookie.
And then when I traded him in fantasy,
He popped off.
Yeah.
Is that how it always is?
that's how it always works.
I'm trying to find one more. I love these things because it really opens up your mind to the possibilities. We're gonna do this one. Yeah, let's do this one. All right. Let's do this. I'm so excited. Okay, so
Oh God, I picked Justin Fields over Austin Eckler in a running one.
yeah. All right, this one. So
I thought it was a running back.
these are. I'm gonna give you a hint. These are running backs. Okay.
Okay.
So these are just straight out
Both
running backs. Both of them are running
All right,
backs.
I'm not getting cheated.
Player 1 had 1,525 yards on the ground.
Can you give me the side by sides actually? Rather
Yeah,
than going
okay.
full-
Player 1 has 1,525 yards.
Okay.
Player 2 has 1,253 yards. No, 1,653 yards. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Now, player 1 has 5 yards per carry, and player 2 has 4.9 yards per carry.
Okay.
Player 1 has 12 touchdowns. Player 2 has 12 touchdowns.
It's clearly player 2.
Player 2.
Has to be player 2.
So I like this one a lot. You picked Josh Jacobs
Over who though?
over Nick Chubb.
I like that.
Fair enough.
I'm comfortable with that.
There you go. But that
Yeah.
basically concludes
That's
little-
insane.
yeah, right?
I picked Jared Goff over Josh Allen.
I want to do more of that. That's so interesting.
I wish I could have done it for you.
I mean, you could. There's
Where?
there's a bunch of guys I just follow on TikTok, and they basically just do this stuff.
Give me one. Don't
Um,
look at it.
Yeah, just go into here, the folder, press the
Playlist?
folder. You see the folder, and a bunch of them just pop up.
Where? I don't. Right
Right?
here.
Yeah, pick the playlist, and you just.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. And you just pick a.
Come on. My freaking meaty thumbs.
Just pick whatever one.
Let's pick one. Here you go.
All right, let's do it.
All right. How do I pause this, right?
Yeah.
Actually, let me just fast forward. To
Yeah.
the
So
end.
you see the guys.
Yeah.
Sometimes they have two. Sometimes they have two playing. Sometimes there's only one.
Okay. Oh snap. Okay. This is good. This is good.
All right. Who are these guys? What position?
They're both quarterbacks.
Okay.
Nice
farts. You kidding me?
Oh, so you have to be careful. Oh, there's 3 in one video. Okay,
Yeah.
no, I gotta be careful. We're gonna do 3 for you. Hold up.
All right, let's do it.
God, this is annoying because I can't like. Okay, come on. Can someone hurry up already? Okay, cool.
We got a new comment right here from Jay Bradbury. Thanks for popping out, broski. Appreciate you for popping out. Said, don't feel bad. A lot of card dealers also pick golf over other QBs.
Appreciate you.
There we go.
All right, David, are you ready?
Real quick, Jay. Real quick. Thanks for popping out. But what's your favorite NFL team? Comment down below. I want to know.
Facts, bro.
But
I'm a Ravens fan.
I'm a New York fan. Jets and Giants.
He hates the Ravens.
I don't hate the Ravens.
He hates the Ravens.
No.
He does. And he hates Lamar Jackson. He thinks he's bad.
I don't.
What's it called? Okay.
Go ahead. Stats without names.
How do you want me to list this to you?
Go 1-1-1.
Okay. Player 1.
Okay.
This is quarterbacks, by the way.
Fair enough.
3,200 yards.
Okay.
Player 2, 2,800 yards.
Okay.
Okay. Player 1, 15 touchdowns. Player 2, 23 touchdowns. Okay.
All right.
Player 1, 5 interceptions. Player 2, 15 interceptions. And player 1, 67% completion rate. Player 2, 62% completion rate.
Bro, the interceptions are mind-boggling right now. How many touchdowns was it?
Player 1 had 15.
Yeah.
Player 2 had 23.
20. Wow, that's a big difference too. But as quarterback, the main thing is not turning.
Oh, you got Fred!
Hey, we got Giants fan in the house. Thanks for popping out, bro.
Hey, listen, Jay, if you want to check out, we recently just interviewed David Tyree, the famous helmet catch.
Yeah.
It's on our YouTube channel right now, uploaded. So if you want to go check that out, you can.
Giants legend. Giants legend.
Exactly.
But going back to this, I'm gonna go player 1 because of the turnover ratio. The interceptions are way high. Who did I pick? Don't tell me.
I think you're gonna like this because
Am I?
Player 2 was Dak Prescott. And player 1 was Daniel Jones.
Yeah, Giants fans stand up. Let's get it, baby. Nice. All right.
I just want to make sure.
All right.
Okay. So I got the next one set up for you.
Let's go. I'm 1 for 1. Let's get it.
All right.
Once I saw the 14, I'm like, nah, this is ridiculous.
Once I saw the 15 interception, I'd be like, yo, get out of my face. All right. Player 1, player 2, both quarterbacks again.
Yeah.
Player 1, 4,100 yards.
Okay.
Okay. Player 2, 3,700 yards.
Okay.
Okay. Player 1, 25 touchdowns. Player 2, 27 touchdowns.
Okay.
Player 1, 8 interceptions. Player 2, 12 interceptions.
Okay.
Player 1, 61% completion rate. Player 2, 65% completion rate.
I'm gonna go player 1 because his stats were better in the other 3 categories.
Really?
Oh God, who is it?
You got player 1?
Who is it?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of
guys,
a guy who throws a lot of incompletions.
Guys,
Who is it?
Player 2. Which one do you want to hear first?
Player 2. Just get me out of my
Player
memory.
2 was arguably, if not right now, currently David's favorite quarterback, which is Aaron Rodgers.
Farts.
And player 1 was none other than the pretty boy himself with the luscious hair, Trevor Lawrence.
Oh,
You picked Trevor Lawrence over Aaron Rodgers.
I'm not mad at that.
Okay.
After this season, I mean, he had a great season overall. Yeah, I mean,
I really sat there and picked Jared Goff over Josh Allen. I hate my life. This is terrible.
that's why the stats for names are so good because of the fact that it takes the name bias out of its consideration.
Facts.
Jay said Dak's decision making was like me in high school. Wow. The pigs, bro. That's so true. You know, did you hear what the offensive coordinator, I'm sorry, the Mike McCarthy, the head coach of the Cowboys, what he said about Kellen Moore? He basically said they fired him, obviously. And he basically said something that he wanted to throw the football too much. He wanted to score too many points. That's what he said. I'm paraphrasing, but he basically criticized him, the offensive coordinator, saying that he wanted to score so many points. And they were the #1 scoring offense. It's like
They were criticizing him for doing his job?
yeah. like, what?
Yeah,
I'm
Dallas.
like, what?
Dallas is gonna Dallas, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Cowboys. Oh my god.
I'm surprised they didn't fire Mike McCarthy.
I feel like everyone in the NFL come together when it comes to like hating the Cowboys.
Yeah,
This
I think that's fair.
organization's just just a bot organization.
They haven't won in so long, man.
They're
They're
so
living in the
garbage.
glory days. They're living like some people like when they look back at their high school days.
Bro, they have not won forever. They're literally still stuck in high school.
Yeah,
They haven't graduated yet.
everyone's moved on. They have kids. They're 30 years old, 40 years old. They're
Everyone's
still
grown adults. You know, this one's still going out to Saturday night parties, drinking, get blackout
going
drunk.
to the fraternities. They're like, hey boys, what's going on? You know,
27-year-old at a fraternity. Be like, what are you doing here, bro?
like I won a ring back in '86.
Oh,
I'd be like something
yeah,
like
bro.
that.
My Gucci jacket, bro.
Like, what have you been doing now?
Like,
Nothing.
out of here.
Anyway,
Oh.
what the heck? Just hit my finger. Jay said, as a Giants fan, what are your thoughts on Davis Webb being the new quarterback coach out in Denver? Honestly, Davis Webb, I'm not like, he didn't really play as many minutes. Obviously, he was a backup quarterback or a third string in some sense. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know if it's gonna make that big of an impact because of the fact that he wasn't really a big name, but some quarterbacks aren't big names but are smart at the game. I don't really know if it's going to be that big of an impact out in Denver. It's not going to help Russell Wilson, that's for sure. Imagine Davis Webb. Imagine Russell Wilson listening to Davis Webb. It just doesn't make any sense to me. But he could do great. I'm not going to judge the dude, but overall, I just don't really see it. I mean, I don't really see a really big benefit out of it. I'm going to say that. Russell Wilson's still going to cook and burn down the building.
Listen, if Davis Webb finds a way to fix Russell Wilson, what he did,
oh
yeah, we gotta give that man
head coaching job.
Yeah, we gotta give him something else. He needs to get upgraded.
Russell Wilson's got to give him half of his salary if he makes him like a Greek god next season. Jeez, anything's possible, bro. But overall, what's your thoughts on that? I want to move on to one more NBA, and then we'll go move on to big deal, not big deal. But basically, my next one I want to go into. Mike almost fell.
He said,
but anyway, real quick update on the basketball game right now. You got the Dallas Mavericks winning 81-69 against the 76ers.
I'm telling you, 76ers are not that good, bro.
And he said,
not that good.
And Embiid has 17 points, 3 rebounds only. And James Harden has 19 points, 10 assists.
What's the rebounds numbers?
76ers have 20 total rebounds. And the Dallas Mavericks still only have 15. They can never get up. He said nothing can help Wilson at this point. After that season, he had, he was thinking, I could be a Yankee, but I'm doing this. Honestly, bro.
You're getting roasted.
Do you think, real quick, do you think Russell Wilson's going to have a better season next year than this previous year?
How worse can it get?
Yeah.
How worse can it get? If he has a worse season, there's no way. I think he'll get better.
He has to,
doesn't
right?
mean they'll be good because he was so bad this year.
That's going to be one of the worst trades in NFL history when you really look back at it.
They gave up so much.
Oh, my gosh.
To
get nothing. To get nothing in return.
Absolute dog poop.
They could have kept Drew Lock. They would have had more wins.
Drew Lock dancing on the bench, bro. Drew Lock.
Yeah.
On the bench.
Bro, imagine what. I can't get that plane story out of my head. When Russell Wilson was doing high knees on the plane.
He's like, come on, guys.
Bro,
I can just picture it. Come on, guys.
Imagine just being his teammate, trying to sleep, trying to rest, and you're just like, what the hell are you doing, bro? Sit down.
Yeah.
There was a point where they were discussing if Russell Wilson can score more touchdowns in bathrooms in his whole house. It went on until week 14.
Why does he have 13 bathrooms in his house?
I don't know. It's just ridiculous.
Bathroom. I'll sell it. I don't know.
The bathroom's probably the size of this whole room.
It's just unnecessary. If I was that rich, would you buy 13? Would you buy a house like that?
Definitely not.
I feel like
I'd buy property.
I'd buy a big house, but like 13 bathrooms is excessive. Unless, you know why I buy a big house? Because if my family ever wanted to stay over.
Yeah.
That type of vibe. So like I'd have guest rooms.
I feel like I wouldn't buy that big of a house because I feel like I would get lost. You know? Like I would get like a 3-story, like 6 bedrooms, like if anyone wants to stay. But overall, that's it. 3-story. 1, 2, 3.
Dang!
What? That's big?
House.
I don't know.
What house you don't have 3 stories on the regular?
My house.
Oh wait, yes, man.
My house is 3 stories.
I'm so stupid.
That's why I looked at you like I thought that was normal.
I don't know why I thought like basement, then 1, then 2, then 3. I don't know why I thought about that.
Honestly, I don't know. I would take 6 bedrooms, probably 4 or 5 bathrooms, a big property. That's what I'm investing in. I want a soccer field. I want a basketball field. I want a football field.
A basketball field?
A basketball court. I want everything. I want all the sports in there. It's gonna be like going to Sky Zone, but no, it's going to like ESPN
Headquarters.
Yeah, like the
Like
ESPN.
James'
Yeah,
house.
exactly. That's really what it is.
Nah.
Podcast studio on one end.
I would just, oh my gosh, that'd be insane.
My woodworking table over there. It's just
This guy. I would just want, I probably want, the only reason I would probably want a big house, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's gonna sound really kiddish, just to play hide and seek.
what?
Bro, you would never run out. Sometimes
That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Sometimes I play hide and seek with my cousins at my grandma's house, and like everyone knows where the hiding spots are now.
Yeah,
so
yeah, because
it's so hard to hide. And eventually, when they grow older, they're gonna be like, all right, I'm just gonna check all these areas, and it has to be here somewhere. You know what I mean? It's like in a big house, like you'll never find out.
That's true. What do you call it?
At the same time, you have to be worried about like getting robbed because like if someone gets in the house, you have to run probably like a mile to get to the person to save them. So it's like, what the heck?
Not even that. How do you even know? How do you know if someone's in your house? You
won't
could
be
have
able
like
to.
a bunch of ring cameras.
On the other side, you won't be able to hear.
Bunch of ring cameras. That's what freaks me out, is not knowing where everything is. You know what I mean? That's the biggest thing. Jay said, not the worst. That still belongs to the Saints trading for Ricky. It all for Ricky Williams. That was a terrible one. And Jay said, renting your house out for kids' birthdays. Telling you the
could turn it into
backyard
a business, but these
side money passes.
actually don't go inside my house because if you do and you trash it,
No, the guest home.
the guest home. Yo,
What is our thoughts right now?
big balling?
We're talking about Russell Wilson money, and we got little airhead
Don't
filled up.
worry, because when we have our own NBA team, I'm gonna be ready. I want that.
How's that?
badly.
How's our soccer team doing so far?
I
The
haven't
New York
touched it.
the New York takeovers.
I haven't touched it yet.
Farts.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, it's so cheesy. I'm in the worst league, but then it's just UB and Kyle carrying. Like, what the heck is that, bro?
What league are we in?
We're in League 2, the
Oh.
lowest league possible.
Oh, farts.
Exactly. Like I'm gonna score like 80 goals when I play Cam. You're gonna get you're gonna, have mad. You're the fastest. It's so hard to control you because you're so fast.
Yeah, all right.
Like I
There you go.
put like 99 acceleration, like 97 speed.
Jeez.
And then because it's like Prime David.
We
You know
love
what I
that. We love that.
But like I can't slow you down. That's the only issue. I should have put like 99 agility. I can't you literally like can't stop.
That's like real life. But anyway, guys, I have a quiz of the day, and if you guys can answer this by the end of the show, which is about another 10-15 minutes, who had the nickname? This is NBA, so if you don't know NBA,
Quiz of the day. I like this.
who had the nickname? What do you call it? Vanilla chocolate.
Vanilla
I'm sorry,
chocolate?
white chocolate. White chocolate. There you go.
Freaking,
I wrote down vanilla right there. That's why. White chocolate. Who had the
why am I
nickname of white
forgetting it?
chocolate?
Why
You
am I-
cannot answer.
Oh, I
We gotta
can't?
wait until the end of the show
Bro.
to answer. It's all right.
I'm not gonna answer.
But who had the nickname of
I'm forgetting
white
his
chocolate?
Name, though. I think I know his name.
But anyway, guys, going on to real quick, LeBron James, and then big deal, not big deal. Going into LeBron James, he was out. He's out for at least 3 weeks, and honestly, he's gonna be reevaluated on March 23rd as his next thing. Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
you got it. But
Easy dubs.
he's gonna. I should just pop it up. You were gonna say,
Jason Williams.
yeah.
I was
there
gonna
you
say Jay
go.
Williams. But I forgot his first name.
There you go, guys.
I almost said Jason Kidd. I was like, no, it's not Jason Kidd.
There you go. Congratulations.
Jason Williams.
He was nasty.
He brought street ball to the
I saw a thing when he was talking. He was talking about how he would pass it to a shooter with already the laces on their fingers. So he would pass it to them with the laces already showing to them, so that they don't have to readjust the ball and they can just shoot it. I'm like, that's
next
crazy,
level.
bro. Like, who's thinking about that? I'm trying to get the ball out of my hands. And this dude's thinking about the right
So
placement.
When we play next time, if we ever play 2v2, you'll be spot up in the corner. I'm gonna be like,
Right, has to be right on the laces.
we'd be a nasty 2v2 team.
We would.
We'd
We
be
would.
nasty 2v2. I was grab
The
I just grab-
chemistry.
I just grab all the boards and you do all the offensive work. I said I'll be Draymond, you be Curry.
We gotta set up a
Really?
video. The elbow pass still the best highlight. Oh yeah.
Fact.
He said, and a high school teammate of Randy Moss. Jason Williams?
What?
Really? I did not know that. Thank you for the fact of the day. There you go. But speaking of basketball, going back to LeBron James, he's going to be reevaluated for his right tendon injury in his foot. He's going to be reevaluated on March 23rd. So basically, a quick little rundown. The 5 of their next 10 games, which is when LeBron James is expected to be reevaluated, they're playing the 5 of their next 10 games is versus teams that are above 500. So that's going to be an issue. And real quick, if LeBron James comes back on the 23rd, there will be 9 games left in the season. So at that point,
it's gonna be close.
do you count your blessings if you are a Lakers fan or a Lakers team? You really look at it.
Well,
The question: will they make the playoffs?
I think they could make the play in. They got the Timberwolves. I think they could beat them.
Okay.
They got the Warriors. It'd be close. Let's say Grizzlies. It'd be close. Raptors. I think they can beat them. The Knicks, they actually might lose. Pelicans, I think they can beat them. Rockets, they should win. Mavericks, they beat them already, so it's possible. Like Magic could win. It's a catch-22. They got, you know what's important to them? The games that are important to them: Timberwolves, Warriors, right? You gotta get those dubs.
Mhm.
Raptors, Pelicans, Rockets, all the teams that are like kind of on the fence right now.
Yeah,
You gotta secure those dubs. If you
definitely.
don't, then you're in trouble. Right, you take the L's where you're expected to take the L's.
Yeah. Right,
if you have to, but if you don't secure those ups, you gotta get a big win against a big team. So, it's gonna be intense. I do think they can make the play in still though, because I'm not very big on the Pelicans right now.
Yeah, Pelicans, even the Jazz, they've been falling off since their hot start in the beginning of the season. I think the Lakers can make the play-in, but it just goes back to if LeBron James is healthy enough, if they can go far into the play-in. If he's not healthy at that time, because when he comes back, there's 9 games left, and he's going to be reevaluated. So he's not even like coming back. He's just going to see if he has still more time to recoup. And I've heard that some right tendon injuries could be out for at least a month to 2 months. So that could be an issue for him. Obviously, you're expecting him to play through that, unfortunately, even though that's not really the best option. But I don't think with an unhealthy LeBron James or no LeBron James, this team can win a play-in game. Yeah, Luka's going insane. But he said he was a high school teammate of Randy Moss in basketball. Who would have thought?
Insane.
Who would have thought?
Imagine that's a legendary basketball team.
That's a legendary high school.
Yo, one guy went to the NBA, the other one went to the freaking NFL.
The NFL.
Oh my gosh, what's Lyndhurst doing?
Jeremy Rucker. That's all we got. Honestly,
we had a UFC fighter. He's on the wall.
Danny Bermudez. Daniel Bermudez. I don't know. Who else? We have what's her name? The singer.
Cassidy?
No.
Oh, Pat Benatar.
Pat Benatar, thank you. But
that was a long time ago, though.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're looking at the Cowboys.
Going into big deal, not big deal. I only got 2. Starting off with the first one, big deal, not big deal. This is where we get headlines from all major sports and we state whether they are a big deal or not a big deal. It's real simple. Starting off with the first one, Patrick Kane to the Rangers in hockey. Big blockbuster trade. The Rangers are looking like a real contender threat. I just want to get your thoughts on that. Big deal or not a big deal?
Not a big deal because I hate the Rangers. No, I'm kidding. That very big deal. Definitely a crazy asset to acquire. And now, now if it wasn't before, now definitely dangerous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now definitely dangerous team. Am I happy about it? Absolutely not.
No. Islanders fans all the way, baby.
Oh my God. But either way, I have to give props where props due. It's a big deal. It's a big deal.
Bro, and the amount of value they got from him, they only had to give up like a first-round pick and like a 4th round or 3rd round, something like that. It's like it was like cheap change for an elite, all-star caliber player.
Chips and guac.
Yeah, we gave him a little bit of the guac. But yeah, overall, the Rangers, they went from I think 1,100 plus odds to now 650 plus yards odds after that trade. So without further ado, the Rangers. They're going balls to the wall, like we like to say around here. They're going for it all, and they have the team right now. What?
Too bad they're gonna lose.
Yeah, the Islanders are gonna make the playoffs. They're gonna be like, Long Island, New York's our place. That's what they're gonna say. But overall, I think it's a great addition to the Rangers. I mean, who wouldn't want an all-star caliber player? I mean, that team's gonna look dangerous. But last one, UFC 285.
Oh,
UFC 285. All right, let me get my vocal cords ready for this one. UFC 285, guys. Comment down below who you guys think is going to win this, by the way. Starting off with the co-main event. Valentina Shevchenko going up against Alexa Grasso for the flyweight championship belt. Who's going to win that one?
I got Shevchenko. I'm going to go, for me, I'm going to go Shevchenko. I don't think, again, one of those fights where it'll be close, but I'm just confident Shevchenko will win. Not too confident to the point where it's gonna be like a monster,
fair enough,
blowout. But I'm just kind of like Islam.
Okay,
because Islam's better.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
He's not.
He is.
You've watched the fight, but anyway, I honestly think Valentina Shevchenko is the best woman fighter
Really?
right now, like hands down. I don't think there's no one that comes close to her. I think she's so underrated because she doesn't get talked about a lot, but she is a dangerous threat. I mean, she can knock you out. She can submit you. She has the whole complete package. And overall, every time I watch her fight, I'm always amazed, and I never bet against her because she is a beast. And plus, she's from like Russia or some area over there, and you know what they do around there. So I'm gonna go
fight bears.
I actually want to get her right nationality because I feel like it's disrespectful. Where is Valentina Shevchenko from?
Here's an answer from TuneIn.com.
Ah.
Valentina Anatolievna Shevchenko is a Kyrgyzstani-born Peruvian professional mixed martial artist and former Muay Thai fighter.
There you go. She's from
Muay
Kyrgyzstan, born Peruvian professional mixed martial artist and former Muay Thai fighter. Jeez, she's a beast. I think she's the best woman fighter in this era right now. At least right now. So overall, yeah, I'm gonna go with Valentina Shevchenko for the W. I got her. Alexa Grasso. Alexa Grasso is good. I got to give her props, but Valentina's on another level. Who's the best pound for pound women's fighter? Did they say? I don't think you can click. It's Amanda Nunes? Yeah, fair enough. I wouldn't argue that, but I think Valentina's just insane.
I can't.
You click their name, maybe?
I want to see. There she goes.
What are you looking at?
I just want to see. They should show her
Previous fights?
No, I want to see like her flag. Like,
Mm.
Who is this?
I
Who is this?
think it's her sister.
I didn't ask for her.
Because I know her sister fights.
Oh, it doesn't show her.
Here, I got the flag right there.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But going into the next fight and the main event of the fights, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see this dude back in action. I tell you, it's been so long. It's been so long. We got the main event, the heavyweight championship title on the line. We got Ciryl Gane going up against John Jones. Who do you guys think is going to win? Comment down below.
Oh my gosh, this is John Jones is trying to enter immortality at this point. This man is in real life trying to he's just trying to become the best, bro. I don't even know what to say to this.
He's ridiculous. He's absolutely insane.
Like he's just a different animal.
He is.
What do you do with this guy? Like, honestly, I'm gonna go John Jones.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to say that's how amazing he is. Bro's been out for what, 4 years?
4 or 5 year hiatus, and he comes back and
He's a favorite.
he's a favorite.
Ciryl Gane must be pissed.
Dude, you're talking about the youngest champion ever in UFC history. The dude, I think, is the greatest UFC fighter of all time. And the dude missed 4 or 5 years. Guy's insane. Overall, I'm excited to see him fight. And
Would this be the first time he wins this specific title?
no, I think he beat Daniel Cormier back
For
when.
the heavyweight title?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
But overall, I could be wrong about that, but I believe that's correct. But going back to John Jones, he's just a ridiculous beast and another animal. Talking about a guy who was born with talent and used it and became elite. Unfortunately, he had some issues with his drug things, but overall, he's a phenomenal athlete and he's gonna win.
Really quick.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy?
What?
He's not even in the ranking for heavyweight.
No.
But when you go for pound, he's number 10.
That's how.
They shot him right into 10.
Yeah, that's how legit the dude is.
Oh my
And also,
God.
one quick thing why I think Ciryl Gane's going to lose is because of the fact that I saw a quote from Ciryl Gane saying that he didn't really train that much until he's like, I don't train until the fight is announced. So I'm like, dude, if you're not training, even preparing for the fight,
Yeah,
like
John
you're screwed. And John Jones was talking about Ciryl Gane in like a press conference. He's like, he's an incomplete fighter. He gets tired on the ground, and I'm a wrestler, so overall it's going to be GG's. I agree. John Jones is going to win. What round, though?
One of the biggest wait, really quick. One of the biggest things that John Jones I've seen him do is literally call out exactly what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
Like he'll be like, listen, you're not this, you're not that, you're not this. He's like, I'm gonna win.
That's how good you are.
Like he's literally sitting there, but like with the calmest face, he's like, bro, he's like you can't do anything.
You can't.
But he's like, it's to the point where he's so good, it's like, well, John said it, so
He's got credibility. You got credibility behind you.
He's kicking freaking A. Like
It's ridiculous.
insane.
What round do you think he's gonna win though? We both have John Jones winning.
I don't even know. Like, I don't even know what to expect.
Oh God.
What if you imagine he's garbage? Imagine
No.
he comes back, he's trash. Imagine.
I'm gonna go second round submission.
I'll go 3.
Fair enough.
I don't want to see submission. Knock him out. Come on.
We'll see what happens. But overall, even Jay agrees with us. Jones is a monster.
Yeah.
It's insane. But I wish if he would have fought and never had a hiatus, the guy would, I don't even know, he probably would have 3 belts in every division.
Never lost.
Probably would have every division belt.
Every
belt division.
Yeah,
no, definitely cutting weight is definitely, you lose your power and it's a different strategy. But John says I'm back. What's up, John? Welcome. What's going on? Did he just welcome himself in the podcast?
He definitely did. He's like, welcome to me. I'm back.
But overall, guys, that was our big deal, not big deal. Tune in to Saturday on UFC 285. I know I'll be watching it on the TikTok live. Thanks, shout out to all the TikTok lives that let me watch it for free. Appreciate y'all. But overall,
does Luka stat pat? Since Kendrick Perkins said that about Jokic,
no.
I hate this guy. I'm sorry, I hate that take.
But overall, let's go into a little bit of Podal. For anyone who's not familiar with this, Podal is pretty much our closing out game where we basically
just show you our NBA knowledge.
Yeah, and try to guess these players. If you ever played Podal, it's basically a guessing game. You type in one player and it gives you all these hints, whether you're right and all that stuff. So who are we starting off with first? Should we go?
Also, I want to inform you all that we went 36 in a row.
Yeah.
That's our record.
And we lost 2 episodes ago.
Because of Justin Holiday on the Mavs.
So now we are, in fact, 1 for 1 going for 2 for 2.
Yeah.
You're going to go Jokic? Because that's the guy. Stat padding, apparently, by Kendrick Perkins.
My freaking.
Oh, look at that.
Hey,
so he's in the Northwest.
It's Rudy Gobert. Wait, no, he's not younger. Is he? Younger than Jokic?
No, he's not. He's like 29. He's like 29.
All right. Timberwolves.
Nas
Thunder,
Reed. No.
Portland Trailblazers. Is it Yusuf Nurkic?
That's that.
He might be 6'10", but
that's a good one. I'm just going Nurkic. Okay.
7 foot. Oh, he's 28 as well.
Who else is in the Northwest? Timberwolves, Jazz, right?
Jazz. Oh, Walker Kessler. See you later.
Yeah.
Good game.
Yep, you're right.
Oh, I should have thought about it beforehand. Good game.
Good job.
Yeah, that was light work. See, we know ball. It's just that we got Justin Holiday because the trade literally happened 10 days before.
Yeah.
So,
it wasn't even a trade. He got picked up.
Yeah, we just didn't know he was on the Mavs.
Yeah.
One of those players. Just
but like my friend DaBaby says, when we get it right, let's go, baby. And we got it right. We are, in fact, 2 for 2 going on for, in fact, 35, 36 and 36. We're going for that record again.
But so far away.
I know.
You went 36 episodes.
I know. It's all right. You know, I always said I wanted to reach 30 for 30 so I can say ESPN 30 for 30.
We did it.
We did it.
That was too quick.
That's what she said. Bam! But overall, guys, closing out the show. Guys, that was funny. That was funny. Come on.
Bam!
But without further ado, guys, thank you guys for tuning into episode 166 of D&E TakeOver. We can't express how much you guys mean to us. Like, really, you guys mean the world to us. Without further ado, make sure you follow us on the socials. You see that thing going down the bottom. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and TikTok. It's official_DE_takeover. I'll say it again, official_DE. The letters _takeover. And also make sure you follow us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. It's D&E TakeOver. Just type in our name on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. It'll be there. And wherever you get your podcasts. Also, make sure you follow Eric's Instagram is at Eric_Hines16. Make sure you follow my Instagram is David_Rod_02. And make sure you follow the sponsor of this episode is, in fact, the lovely Elegantly Crafty. They make delicious sweets and treats. So go check them out for any type of event that you're having on or just a regular Friday night that you want some treats. But without further ado, follow them on Instagram. It's at Elegantly Crafty, all one word. And most importantly, to help grow this brand, grow this channel, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. And just share the show to everyone that you know. We're trying to grow out our family, grow out our brand. And we love the help from you guys. You guys are the best. And make sure we just posted our David Tyree episode. So if you missed D&E TakeOver, just click on. Oh, you're showing me the walkouts. The stare down.
So what's up?
Jeez, watching Serial Gone, and John Jones stare down. Oh, he's staring into his soul. He's looking up and down. He's like,
he's gonna kill him. Oh, it's gonna be bad. First round knockout. Oh no, Sean Jones is alive. Oh God, is it the most dangerous man on earth?
Yes.
Oh.
I want him on the podcast. I don't want to ask about his past though.
No,
I'm
but
afraid
we
he's
have,
a BBO.
make sure that we have him, but like not in person, so we could talk.
We'll put him in a
crap.
hamster ball.
They'd be like, stay over there, buddy. Like, so you, hey, why you take all those drugs? No, stop.
But without
kill
further
me.
ado, guys, if you miss us, you miss our lovely faces. Check us out on our channel right now on Spotify. We're on as well, and we have the David Tyree podcast where we basically interviewed him for about 38 to 40 minutes. So go check that out. We love the support from you guys, and comment down below which athlete or celebrity, in a sense, college athlete that you want us to do next, and we will try to work our D&E takeover magic and make that happen. But that was the first interview. Hopefully many more in the future.
Definitely many more.
Very grateful to David Tyree. We really appreciate him for doing that.
Yeah.
He was the best. But without further ado, we got some more planning into the future. But without further ado, it's been your boy David.
And it's been your boy Eric.
And we are out, guys. Thank you for an episode 166. Peace.
Deuces.